Welcome. Today's matches are going to be run a little bit differently from yesterday's. As you can see, we only have 4 on the schedule rather than 5. Team AWSW, unfortunately, a lot of their members couldn't make today's tournament, so instead of playing shorthanded or trying to find like 4 subs, they're just going to drop out for now, and they will be the team that will be eliminated from the group stage. So at this point, the other 4 teams, oh my god, my camera also decided to die at this moment. Come back. Day 2 technical errors, huh? Anyways.
Yeah.
So the other 4 teams, Onichan, Elo Assassins, Tomi Hates Me, and Mandatory Fun will be your 4 teams in the playoffs. However, we are going to play out the rest of the group stage to sort of get a standings going, and so we can define the playoff bracket. So as you can see here, we've got 4 matches lined up for you today. The original 2 teams that were supposed to play against AWSW, which are Tomi Hates Me and Mandatory Fun, they will be awarded a free win, essentially, and 25 ranking points for the standings. However, the 2 of those teams will be playing against each other because without AWSW, we would otherwise only have 3 games today. So we're just going to move straight into the first match of the day today. Team Onichan will be taking on Team Elo Assassins, two of our higher ranked teams, I guess you could say, in this tournament. So we're interested to see how this turns out. In terms of map bans, Icebox was the first one out of the pool, with Team Elo Assassins following up with a split ban. Onichan fired back with an Ascent ban, and Haven was the last map out of the pool, making Bind the map of the day. And I went to the wrong scene. My bad. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, we're back. And then we go to here. This should work now. Please work. Okay, we are here. With that, we're going to move into Agent Select for our first game of the day. Team Onichan versus Team Elo Assassins.
First bind of the tournament.
Bind is definitely interesting. The teleporters are something that you haven't seen in a lot of other maps, and that's what I kind of like about Valorant's map making. They gave each map a very unique thing that you never see in any other games, right? Teleporters are kind of, generally frowned upon in the competitive shooter scene, but Bind somehow does make it work.
That is very true. It's just one of the ways this game innovates, like 3 bomb sites on Haven.
Look, I'm not a big fan of that, I'm not going to lie, but it definitely does create some interesting strategies. As you can see, having a bomb site at mid makes it a very powerful site, and you see in pro play, that's like, the site that's most planted on. But the map that we are playing is Bind, not Haven, so we should be talking about the picks that we're seeing here. We originally had 5 Yoros hovered for the defenders, although obviously that's not happening.
That's the best solo queue comp you could possibly see. I mean, that's what everyone in my rank game wants to play. True. So, it is what it is. But right now, I do like this comp I'm seeing coming out from Team Onichan. We do see good intel from Sova. We have a very strong duels combination with the Reyna and the Jet, and we also have an Omen for smokes. It looks like we're going for a guy pick for the flashes for Team Elo Assassins, along with another usage of Omen on smokes. I really like Omen on this map because it feels like his flash is just really strong for a lot of positions. Like,
absolutely.
Omen flashes into hookah, you can just clear the whole of hookah with one Omen flash, and it's just free.
Yeah, and we're seeing a Reyna on the side of Team Elo Assassins for that duelist pick, as well as a Jet. That Rey's bot is actually extremely powerful on Bind with these tighter hallway angles, and as well as a teleporter. You can send a boom bot through the teleporter, and if someone's hiding on the other side, they're probably gone.
Unless they have the reaction time and just shoot it.
That's true, but if you do it right.
All right.
With that, we're in the game.
All right. It does look like we immediately see some presence more towards the middle of the map from this starting position. It does look like we're going to see kind of a... I'm not sure for certain, but it does look like they're going to want to play towards the B-short position.
Oh yeah, we're going to pause the match though and do our balance phase real quick. As you already know, Team Elo Assassins, one of our higher ranked teams, they are a diamond rated team, and Team Onichan is a gold rated team, so that means they are going to be getting 4 rounds at the beginning of the game. We're going to go ahead and apply those changes, and we'll be in for the game real soon. If you are a new viewer here, the balance phase is something that we implemented in the group stage because we have a very wide range of skill here, and we want to keep the games interesting. So we've averaged the ranks of every single player on the teams, and essentially what we've done is for each division that you're lower than your opponents, you get 2-round wins. So if an Iron 2 team goes up against a Silver 2 team, the Iron team would start up 2-0. And, you know, that progression will continue all the way up through Diamond and Platinum.
Does look like
Looks like a little bit of a change of plans from Team Onichan. They're going to be pushing A instead this time.
You see the Skydog immediately coming out at B, which will immediately give a lot of information to Team Elo Assassins that Team Onichan is not going to be aiming for this B site, but rather they're going to go for the A site. We see the safe wall immediately coming out.
Oh, we see the jet dash in. Unfortunately, they are shut down early. Got a couple of double on site
out from Blades.
AVP3 is going to shut down the Twitch Blades in the form of the Rays here. And they've gotten the bomb planted. And now it's just a matter of keeping it up. Senku is going to get taken down by Emoticons along with Parks at the exact same time. Pooplet's going to come in and try to find the last person in the form of AVP3, and he's going to get it. That was a very successful retake from Elo Assassins. 3 people still alive. We're going to see a little bit of a transfer of that defuse.
You see a little bit of teabagging coming in from the side of Elo Assassins. Clearly just trying to play some of the mind games against their opponents in Team Onichan.
Absolutely. Mental does make up a very big portion of how you play.
This is very true. So now it looks like Team Elo Assassins, they're going to do a bit of a force buy, use that extra money that they got from that round win. We're going to see 3 Spectres, a Marshall, and Emotions, however, sticking with the Ghost and only half shield. Is probably looking to buy a hero rifle in the next round instead of just playing as a bonus. Meanwhile, Team Onichan, they're mostly sticking to their classics. Does look like we're going to see a rather fast play coming out from Onichan. And right as I say that, they start shift walking up into the A showers. Clearly just trying to kind of take this map pressure quietly, but they're about to run into Emotions, who immediately gets taken down by AVP3 on that stage. And now this gives away all the information to Team Elo Assassins that Onichan are going for an A push. And right now it looks like they are going to get the spike down. Very good for the fact that they only started this round with classics.
Uh-oh. He let go too early, and that plan is not going to make it, but he still is able to get it down.
Now we are going to see this 5 showers position coming out from Team Onichan. This could both work very well and very much against them, because they can all defend from this, but it will be really hard if they're blocked off, much like they're being
4 of them are blinded
right
though, however, by Omen. That's big, unfortunately.
You see a bloodbath coming out. All of the Team Onichan members being taken down. Very clean retake coming out from Team Elo Assassins.
And we see a defuse coming in as the firefight is happening. Elo Assassins securing the round win before they even kill anybody.
This is a very good retake coming out from Elo Assassins. Given Team Onichan did only have classics, which that plant will allow them to full buy into this next round. We see 4 Phantoms and a Vandal coming out for the attacker's side. Meanwhile, Team Elo Assassins, they're sticking with their bonus. However, Emotions with the round 3 operator purchase. Let's see if this will get any benefit for them. He does get the 1 kill onto Senku Sova and immediately falls back out of that B garden position. However, Blades getting a double kill from that teleporter onto AP3 and Zuchi completely shuts down the hookah push from Team Onichan. It does look like we are going to see the teleporter play coming out. Those teleporters we were talking about in the pregame very much having an impact on how this round will play out.
Although look at this, Raze is coming around from behind. Unfortunately, it is going to be a little bit late and is not going to make it for the flank.
And it does look like Sabo will immediately be taken out, leaving it all on Parks with that Phantom on the Reyna. However, Parks is currently blocked off and will have a very hard time and gets flanked from behind by the Rays. Very unfortunate for Parks, but very good retake in that situation from Team Elo Assassins. Do you see a little bit more of the disrespect coming out there?
We're definitely seeing Elo Assassins bringing back sort of the power of the retakes that we were seeing in their game against Tomy Hates Me earlier today. Tomy Hates Me was getting a plant off pretty much every single round, but Elo Assassins are able to regroup and attack that site again. And that kind of just shows that they are very strong as attackers, and you know they are willing to play for the plant and then attack back onto the site to win the round, rather than denying the plant in the first place.
This is very true, and it does look like we are going to have more of a default setup coming out from Team Oni-chan. However, a strong, aggressive short push from Team Elo Assassins with that Razel will be taking out AVP3. And now Raze is just up in this A-Link position.
Motions is going to take out Sabo as well on the side there. That Boombot's going to mean trouble, but Senku is able to get Twitch Lades from behind. See Zutri hanging out on A here alone. Try to
this is a very awkward position to be in if you are.
You could catch Mystic off guard though. Oh, he makes too much noise. Wasn't expecting Mystic to be there, and he's gonna get picked off. Senku, last one remaining here.
I have the spike.
He's gonna pick up the bomb and see what he can do with it. 1v3.
We have seen Hiko's Sova in these sort of situations always pulling out the wins. So let's see if Senku's Sova will be able to mimic this performance. Does look like he's going to take it very slow, knowing he does have about 40 seconds left. He can slow walk to any site and still make it. However, he will run into Mystic coming up right here, sitting in that corner.
Mystic does have his knife out though.
30 seconds left.
Oh,
will he
gun has been out.
Oh,
Senku's gonna get the kill.
Standing ahead.
Recon dart into backside. Just check if there are a few people. And that should be a safe plant for him.
Does not cover all the site, but he's pretty sure that there is nobody possibly on site. Does start walking up towards short and will run to the Killjoy of Cabbage and gets taken out.
That's going to be another successful retake for the team Elo Assassins. Killjoy just living by a sliver there. If one of those extra shots from Senku had landed, that could have been a 1v1 situation. Senku absolutely could have won that. Yeah, for the people in chat wondering where the bracket is, go ahead and scroll down. There should be a panel labeled Discord. Once you join the Discord server, we'll have a bracket down there. You can also see the standings coming in from yesterday, although we will not be updating the standings until the end of the day today, so stay tuned in the Discord server to see the final standings and how the bracket's going to work at the end of the day.
Now it does look like we are going to have a full buy coming out from both teams. Nope, never mind, not double op, just one op on the defenders on emotions for Team Elo Assassins. Skydog will get a lot of info out at B Long. They will see 3 people, the Sova, Jet, and Reyna coming out. However, we do still have 2 people playing it short, being the Sage and the Omen, who will now, looks like, fall back and try to regroup with their teammates for a hookah push.
So we're just going to come in, clear out hookah real quick. That's going to lure Team Elo Assassins of their presence at B, though, however. Ult's going to come out, going to try to... Oh, we're going to be able to tag 2 people. But only going to be able to tag them. No kills.
However, that damage will matter a lot. Even though... actually, no, this is a team without a Sage, so they won't be able to heal. That means it'll just be 2 shots for the rifle, as AP3 does take out Lades in that A push. It does look like Team Oni-chan is just going to burst out onto A, get the Sage wall down, and just play sort of a similar position as they were trying to play that pistol round. Team Elo Assassins not retaking from the A store or A showers positions, all electing to come from CT spawn, 2 pushing out of heaven, 2 immediately pushing into U-Haul, being the Sky and the Jet, but taking down Zuchi and Senku. However, Mystic will be taken out. Hoopa with a 3rd after finally being traded by AVP3. And Cabbage is taken down. Now it's all down to Emotions, who has an op in a short-range position. Does push out for a Phantom. Manages to get the kill onto Senku. Now it's a 1v1. Emotions versus Sabo. Now it looks like Emotions just going to stick it. He's just sticking it.
Is he going to get it? Oh, he's not going to get it! Sabo's going to walk into the smoke, and that is going to be Team Oni-chan's first round win against Elo Assassins.
Very good round coming out from Team Oni-chan. Did look a little bit scary as the retake from Elo Assassins did appear to work out. However, the falls on Sabo to just push into that smoke and stop the defuse of emotions were in the end what ended up winning them.
I think that was a really smart move from Sabo, actually, because the fact that he sprayed so many bullets into that smoke and wasn't able to land the kill, that meant that Emotions was almost for sure sticking to plant. So walking into that smoke would either stop Emotions' plant, or he could just kill him. And he was running out of time at that point. That smoke was not going to expire.
Now it does look like we get another Skydog coming out at B long. We will get the information. He will get the information that there are 3 people towards that B position, which will prompt 3 players to be held on B for the Elo Assassin side. That Skyle will be coming out. We'll get more information after eventually being shot by the Oni-chan side.
Long. The op is going to get taken out by... Wait, no. He gets dashed away. Sorry.
However, we will see some pushing up from Sabu and from Senku and Sabo, and it does look like there is now hookah control given to the Oni-chan side. However, the spike is back in market.
AVP3 is going to go out and pick it up, and he's going to rush into hookah with the rest of his team now. Shockdart's going to come out into backside, going to try to catch a little bit of damage here. Senku's going to push in towards elbows, and get taken out by Mystic's op here. And that's the plan.
Last player standing.
Not checking for Cabbage in that backside allows Cabbage.
At this point, it is now a 1v3 for Sabo, and he's going to get just overwhelmed by 2 people at once, unfortunately.
It was a very nice push coming out from Team Oni-chan. However, he did not manage to check that backside position for the position of Cabbage. Really allowed them to just sow chaos in the site.
Oh, Twitch Lay's going to miss out on that offer there. Don't know if he was going for it.
Now, if we do want to look at the money coming out here, this is the round before the last round of the half. And Team Oni-chan, they are broke. Is most likely they're going to have to aim for a 6-6 even half at this point in the game.
Unless they can pull out some Deagle Demon action here. Although it doesn't look like they're going to go for it. They're going to bring 5 classics and 1 light armor.
However, it's worth noting that we do not see the best buy from Team Elo Assassins. Jet opted to go with the knives over a gun.
The knives, yeah.
And Cabbage only with the light shields, not having the heavy shields.
Recondart's going to go out into A, checking for a couple of people. Not going to see anything. And the Raisinade is going to go out to clear that area.
Does look like we are seeing a 3-man turtle pushing up into the middle of the map. However, Jet now walking towards long. Does look like they're going to try for this B push once more.
Leaving ABP3 on A here. Going to slowly move towards the rest of his team. Maybe try to pick an exit as they rotate. Back on B here, we're seeing hookah control being relinquished already to Team Oni-chan. Probably quiet on the site right now, but that Omen Smoke's going to alert everyone of their presence, and he is going to get swarm grenaded. Poopbot's going to get a triple kill as everyone tries to push out.
1 enemy remaining. Spike
Cabbage is going to pick up the 4th pusher, and the bomb is now going to be stuck on B. Leaving ABP3 alone with a classic and get taken out by Mystic's right-click ultimate.
Flawless round.
Last round before the switch.
Flawless round coming out from Team Elo Assassins. Very good hold on that anti-Eco push. Did not lose anyone, meaning they did not take any economic damage from that round, and they just get a lot more money that they can use this round.
At this point, Oni-chan's going to be able to buy the guns they want, but seeing as to how their team had 0 utility last round, they're not going to be able to buy utility again this round either, so they're going to be playing pure gunfight in this round, so we'll see how that plays out.
Those look like they're going to go for another one of those strong B presence rounds that they were attempting a lot earlier in this half. It does look like the Skydog will find Sova and potentially could have seen Reyna, which should alert the Team Elo Assassin's side that there are a lot of players towards this B part of the map. Hookah control immediately taken by Team Oni-chan. However, they will not push out as that Omen Smoke does stop them from committing to the push. However, it does look like Poopbot's going to swing out and get a double kill on Senku and Parks. Skyle coming out will tell them that the remaining players are by those guns. Sabo will get a kill onto Lades, however, Emotions trading back onto AVP3, leaving it all onto Sabo, who will end up killing Mystic. and Emotions.
Draw time,
Now it
they're
is
almost killing Sabo, actually.
Now it's just a 1v2 situation. Sabo versus Poopa and Cabbage.
Be a little bit of intel.
We'll throw it.
For the side of Elo Assassins. Storm Grenades gonna come out. Now it's gonna be a 1v1 for the side of Sabo. However, he does not have the spike, and he is at 20 HP. That is one shot.
He also does not have the exact position of Poopa, so
30
he
seconds
will
left.
just have to full clear this position and hopefully hit a miraculous headshot or catch Poopa not looking, which he might be doing right now. However, the sound cues will be given, teleporter will be taken, and Poopa's on the other side of the map. However, there are
It's
only
gonna be a
13
close one. He's
seconds
going to have to
left.
stick the plant. If Poopbot can
10
make it
seconds left.
and get an angle out on the jet, that could be the round. However, Poopbot's not going to make it. The Sky Flash is going to come out. And now it's all up to Sabo.
Does get managed to hear where Poopa is.
And that's going to be the ace from Sabo to win the round and tie up the half. What an amazing clutch situation that Sabo was able to just pull out right there. Super good map awareness and just knowing what the other team might be doing.
A very clean round coming out from the team Oni-chan player of Sabo. Now up on 9 kills, the most on his team. Very good clutch and very good awareness on the maneuvers of the Elo Assassins players.
I also would like to highlight how he was able to stay calm that entire time, you know. Don't get too hasty.
Did not see any of the Asuna aim there.
Now
Right,
with,
it does look like
the higher ranked team on attacking side, we're going to see a little bit more of a advantage for them here. The wall's going to come up, but broken before it can get fortified. Just going to dash in immediately. Killed through the smoke, though. The right clicks coming from Raze are not going to be enough, but AVP3 also can't kill the Raze. Parks is going to get tagged by that grenade and be down to half health now. It's going to be a right click in the air from Lades here, and the plant is going to go down.
Spike
It's up to
planted.
Sabo and Zutri to get the clutch. However, Zutri is at 2 HP. He does have a little bit of util. He can use that blind there. Sabo's gonna get one elbow.
Last player
Ball's gonna go down. Gonna miss a few shots in the second. He's gonna be caught reloading by Twitch Blades in that frenzy. Grenade's gonna go through just to clear that teleporter, you know? Never know if someone's gonna be squatting in there. A little bit of an A push there. The wall's going to get taken out immediately as well. Don't know why AVP3 is continuing to go for this wall. It seems like kind of a minus 400 for him.
it doesn't. We'll be seeing the A site being taken.
Judge is going to be able to take out 2 at CT though, making this a 4v2 for the side of Team Elo Assassins.
Very good push coming out. Just throw up the frenzy.
Sabo stuck with
Probably-
that classic there. He's going to get taken out pretty quickly. Unable to do a whole lot with that gun.
Very good push coming out for the Elo Assassin's side. Now up 8-2, 8-6, not 8-2. 8-6 versus the side of Team Oni-chan. It does look like Team Oni-chan will be seeing a full buy coming out. 4 Phantoms and 1 Vandal, whereas Team Elo Assassins are going to be simply just pulling their guns from the last round into the bonus.
With this, that should give Team Oni-chan a little bit of the edge here with the slightly better weaponry, especially with Emotions being stuck with just a Sheriff, seeing as to how he did end up dying last round. Oh, that Judge is going to grab a kill, though. Skydog going to go out for a little bit of vision, and the plant is going to get taken. Never mind, the plant is going to get stopped. Emotions is going to restart the plant here, and he's going to get it. Now he's going to blind gonna get shot from behind by Parks. Poopbutt's gonna clean up Senku here.
Is now on a 2v2. Parks and Zuchi versus Poopbutt and Cabbage. Retake for the defenders. Poopbutt will end up taking out Parks, who will now get the info that Cabbage is not in the shower, so they will suspect he is U-Haul. Parks gets taken down by Cabbage.
Hits, though.
Now the swarm grenades will get thrown, which will bait off.
And Zutri's gonna get the kill.
Shameful performance.
Wait, does he have time? I don't know
He
if
absolutely does have time.
Well, it was very close. 4 seconds.
No, yeah.
Okay.
No. He wasn't that close.
Thought he. Okay, that's an audio diff right there.
I think that was just a diff.
Yeah. However, it was a very good retake coming out from the defender's side. Zutri and Parks managing to take out Poopbutt and Cabbage.
Weapons disadvantage absolutely played in the favor of Oni-chan right there, especially with Emotions being stuck with just that Sheriff. That really did him poorly for that round. But both teams are going to be able to get their full buys. Actually, no. Oni-chan's going to be stuck with 3 Judges and 2 Spectres this round, so the roles have been reversed. Switchblade's going to get a fast onto A here. Fire a few warning shots into showers and have Mystic hold it a little bit. Poopbutt's going to take out AVP3. And that was a flurry of kills, making it a 2v2 now. But the plant is going to go down for Elo Assassins, and it's going to be a retake for Sabo and Zutri.
Zutri
get a quick blind here, but the judge is going to take him out in that corner, and it's all up to Sabo with his knives to get the round.
He has 1 knife left and then a Spectre to play with. Will spot Mystic, but will not manage to get the kill. However, this is a really weird position coming out. Mystic jumping up, dying to Sabo. However, Poopbutt is still in that U-Haul position. Very powerful to hold on to. There's not a lot of time left ticking on that spike. And Sabo will be taken out by Poopbutt. Very good hold from Poopbutt on that site. Making sure to deny the defuse coming out from Team Oni-chan.
Did we just get a spammer in our Discord server? I think that's a first. Anyways, unrelated. Looks like Team Elo Assassin is set up for a little bit of a B play here. Oni-chan reading it though and sending 3 this time to B, and playing a little bit further back on A here.
Get out of my way!
Gonna see Mystic coming in with the knives here. He's gonna be running in with the help of Skydog vision.
Skydog will see the guy at backside, so they will know
Gonna
there's
miss
at
the
least
right
one
click, unfortunately.
backside.
Gets a classic headshot, another classic headshot. Zutri's down. And that's gonna be sight, and that is going to be a plant for Cabbage.
Now it's all onto AVP3 and Parks. AVP3 on the other side
Parks,
of the map. Parks
however,
getting
a little bit
nice
stuck in a
headshot.
corner here. And it's all up to AVP3 here with the classic, and he's gonna get shut down by Phantoms and the Spectre.
Very good attack coming out from that anti-eco from Team Elo Assassins. However, I'm starting to see one of the problems with the comp coming out from Team Oni-chan is that while having the Sage as a Sentinel is a very good choice, they don't exactly have the site lockdown power that we saw from this Killjoy in the first half for Team Elo Assassins. Whereas Team Oni-chan, they were very rarely able to get any sort of presence actually onto the B site, since the Killjoy was so good, adept at holding onto it.
Although I do believe that Sage is a pretty good Sentinel pick for this map and for like the matchup in general, because you do get that extra life every once in a while, and sometimes that 6v5 can make all the difference between winning and losing a round.
This is very, very true. However, we will see a lot of aggression in the showers coming out from Senku, which will tell them that the push will be onto the B side. Saba taking out Emotions. That's spiked down on site. Nobody there to recover it. However, Zuchi will be taken out by Cabbage. Saba getting another kill before eventually being traded by Mystic. And now it's a 3v3 situation.
That's going to be Plant. And the Killjoy ult's going to deny anybody from stopping that.
Ooh.
Plant's going to be up.
Parks being taken out by Lays before eventually being traded by the Sova ult of Senku. Now is a 2v2. Jet and Killjoy make that a 1v2.
That one.
All onto AVP3.
Does have that Vandal though. Powered turret's gonna see him. That's going to alert Mystic, and he's gonna be able to get the kill as the turret distracts AVP3. 11-7 for Team Elo Assassins.
The very good post-plant hold coming out from Elo Assassins, managing to just play off of that Killjoy turret for the info, meaning AVP3 would either would probably not know that the player was there, and therefore would aim for the turret, but actually just being swung on by the jet of Mystic. Very good play.
We see people do this kind of stuff with all kinds of utility, right? We see people doing this with even Sova recon darts, firing it to try to distract the enemy team, and usually that can actually, get them to shoot it, look away, and you can get a kill off of that. Or it looks like there is a little bit of action playing out on A here. Twitch Blades is going to get one kill, Pupa's going to get the other, and they're going to be onto A. Emotion's going to get the plant off here in default. This guy's going to heal everybody up to full health, however, still low enough to be dinked. That's going to be a flawless round for Team Elo Assassins to make it match point, 12-7.
Match point.
However, that was an eco round coming out for the side of Team Oni-chan, so very unreliable weapons that they would have to be working with in order to finish out this round. However, we will see full buys coming out for both teams. However, Parks only getting half shields as opposed to the full shields on all of the other players in the game. It does look like they're going to have a 4A stack, but Team Elo Assassins, they seem to be walking right into this. So using the Skydog for intel will not get a lot of that. Now, it does look like they will be removing the stack. Oh no, Parks going back. That leaves only Zutri onto this B site against 5 Elo Assassins players. It's going to be very difficult for Zutri to hold on to. Parks already running back after seeing some of the Uto coming up. Zutri getting the kill onto Emotions, dropping the spike, now anchoring on the B site as all of the Oni-chan players start rotating. However, 2 of them will be taken out, leaving it a 3v3. However, there are no Oni-chan players on the site, meaning they will have to retake entirely. Blades taking out Senku, who was pushing into the elbow position, and now is onto AVP3 and Sabo from the CT spawn position. However, Mystic is going to push through and immediately kill Sabo before AVP3 trades, but does get the resurrection onto Sabo. Killjoy playing from that hookah position. Blades taking out AVP3, leaving it all onto Sabo with no shields.
Oh, he's going to get killed
sprayed.
through smoke, sprayed right down. And that is going to be the game. Definitely seeing some interesting rounds there. I'm going to switch back over here.
Fortunately, I'm experiencing some camera difficulties. So
yeah, it looks like we're having some internet problems here on Zak's side. His camera's a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. We can still talk, right?
Yep.
Absolutely.
You just won't be able to see my beautiful face.
You're here now. Everything is okay.
Okay.
So that game, definitely surprising on the side of Oni-chan, being 2 ranked divisions down, still being able to pull out some of those very commanding round wins there.
This is very, very true coming out from the Team Oni-chan side. However, we still saw one of the keystones of the Elo Assassin side. Their retakes and their coordination were very good in this game as well. Being able to retake so many of the sites that Oni-chan managed to sink their claws into.
However, there were some times when Oni-chan was able to, catch Elo Assassins making a mistake, and they were able to get very commanding round wins out of that. Sometimes even winning by margins of 2 or 3 people at a time.
This is very, very true. And one round I want to highlight was the round coming out from Sabo, where it was Emotions in that clutch who was trying to retake the bomb site and get that defuse out. Instead of just trying to spray through the smoke, potentially take that gun, Sabo just made the choice of running into that smoke, even very likely giving up that gun, which could have been very impactful in the next round, to stop the defuse, which I think was honestly the smarter move,
Absolutely, and think
just to ensure the round.
there were absolutely there was a possibility that a teammate could have been able to ping the bomb and get a spray down through the smoke there, but he was running out of time. The defuse is only 7 seconds long, and he was probably 5 or 6 seconds in, and we saw the bar was very close to being done there. We could have seen some seriously bad things happen if Sabo had continued to go for that smoke spray. So absolutely, running into the smoke there was definitely the move. But with that, the next match of the day is going to be our sort of show match between Tomy Hates Me and Mandatory Fun. These two teams were originally slated to go against AWSW today. However, they will be given a free win, as AWSW has been, I wouldn't want to say DQ'd, but they have dropped out and are going to be awarding their round wins to their original opponents. And so THM versus MNF today, coming up after the break, is just going to be sort of a for fun match to showcase the playstyles of both of the teams a little bit better. Welcome back. We are here for our second match of the day between Tomy Hates Me and Mandatory Fun. We had a ban order of, I believe, a Split being banned first, and then Ascent being banned, Bind being returned, and then the final map that was banned was Haven, leaving us with Icebox to be played, and Team Mandatory Fun chose to start on the defender side. So at this point, we will be moving into Agent Select.
Another Icebox game.
I thought it was definitely interesting to commentate. I enjoy it.
There's just a lot of it. Like, really weird angles, I feel like, in this map that are just like a hallmark.
Absolutely.
And
especially, I feel like the picks on, like the meta for the picks on this map are also very different from what we normally see.
Do you see another Viper coming out right here? And I really like seeing Viper on this map because, well, I feel like her hit just fits this map so well. With that wall, they can just cut off so many positions.
Dude, honestly, I think the ult is the big thing here.
That's also very true. Just the ability to hold on to those sites does make her very impactful. However, no hovers coming out yet from the attacker's side.
Uh-oh. Looks like they're still discussing a little bit. We see the Killjoy locked in immediately from Red Ninjas. The Killjoy is also a very good choice for locking sites down, so I'm not entirely sure why you would take the Killjoy and the Viper. I feel like it's either or a situation most of the time, but sending one to each side on defender side could be very bad news for Tomy Hates Me.
It's very true. Now all we see covered from Team Tomy Hates Me is
Choose
the
your agent.
Raze. Now we see an Asher as well, also having a very
Asher's
impactful
gonna get
ultimate for
locked
this
in.
map.
Reyna's gonna... Oh, okay, so they're gonna swap out... Wait, no, Reyna was already hovered. Sorry. The Sova's gonna get locked, and we're gonna see a Reyna, Raze, and Insaner's gonna swap to the Jet here.
You see a triple duelist comp coming out from Team Tomy Hates Me, clearly just looking to try to make some style plays in this game. And I think it's gonna be a very interesting comp to watch, especially with the two duelists able to take all the space that they can, being the Raze and the Jet, with their mobility abilities. We do see another pick of Sova by Minyok, who I feel like his Sova did have some pretty good impact with those recon darts on day one of the tournament.
And remember, as always, the balance phase is a thing, and their Team Mandatory Fun is going to be awarded 6 whole rounds because they are 3 whole divisions down below Team Tomy Hates Me. So that's going to give them a little bit of a boost, hopefully make the game a little bit longer and more interesting to watch. We still expect some commanding rounds from Team Tomy Hates Me, however, as this does not affect economy.
Now I have a 6-0 lead up for side of Mandatory Fun. Team Tomy Hates Me does look like they will kind of send a look at a default sort of setup, actually moving more towards the B side of the map. And Team Mandatory Fun will be just looking to play a sort of default setup with 2 on A, 1 on mid, and 2 on B. However, Team Tomy Hates Me will now We see all their players to this belong position, and Volt could be in for a very nasty surprise, seeing all those Tomy Hasemi players now running to safety. Does manage to escape, and Team Tomy Hasemi, they're just gonna keep pushing. They don't care, they don't care to stop. They pay for the whole speedometer. They're gonna use the whole speedometer. And it does look like they will try to get that plant down on site with the cover of the
plant down with the
smoke.
help of that jet smoke.
Now we will see a 5-on-5 retake coming out for the Team Mandatory Fun side. Sage rotating through mid will get caught by Kaiba, who is looking to flank on the flank. It does look like Team Mandatory Fun will get control onto the site, but because the bomb is planted, Walk-in with 2 headshots
One enemy
will eventually
remaining.
be taken by Red Ninjas, leaving it all onto Red Ninjas, who is now in a very poor position and will eventually get shut down by Kaiba. Very nice shooting
Unfortunately,
from the Reyna of Walk-in.
Yeah, just closed in on from all sides. You know, the 2 people coming from mid, and then the 3 people that were already on site. That was a lot of people for them to deal with.
I've got enough time to go into the astral form.
Yes, this was a very good hold coming out with the flank maneuver from Team Tomy Hasemi. It does look like they will try to play an A sort of setup this time, sending all 5 players towards that A site. But it does look like Team Mandatory Fun will read this and have 3 playing towards A, but as I say that, 2 immediately rotating off of A. However, they do have the Viper and the Killjoy, who are very good at holding on to sites. However, Killjoy will be taking out, meaning all of her utility is nullified. We will see both of the duelists start to rotate on. Kaiba taking out Crimson on the Viper and
Already
getting
in
another
backside.
kill onto the Raze.
He wants more.
Kaiba just running through, thirsty for blood. And this leaves it all onto Volt on the Sage, who will immediately be taken out by Minhyuk on the flank. Flawless round for Team Tomy Hasemi. Was a very nice and fast push coming out from them. And it does look like they will try to play a bonus round. Will be holding on to all those guns that they had from last round. Team Mandatory Fun, they don't appear to be wanting to buy into this. Red Ninja's the only one purchasing a rifle. You have 3 Spectres and an Ares coming out for the Mandatory Fun side. It's be a very interesting round to watch. Kaiba immediately trying to take that mid pressure, does spot Yukimi on the arena. It does look like Team Tomy Hasemi will try to get more pressure onto the A
A lot
site.
of utility on A already.
It does look like they will just end up pushing through this Viper wall, and Singer will be taken out by Dr. Cow after pushing through that wall with no blind, no anything. It does look like we have a very fast flank coming out from the Sage and the Killjoy. Minhyuk watching does get taken out. Poa with a trade onto the Viper. Walk-in will
Last
take
player
out
standing.
Dr. Cow, leaving, however, does get traded, leaving it all onto Poa on the Astra. We'll now try to abandon ship on this site. No, as I say that, Poa starts walking back towards A, trying to catch them off guard. They won't expect this to have in position. They'll have to be very fast on the flicks up here.
Poe's gonna
Over
hear
Poa
one
taking
walking
his
towards
sweet
A.
time.
Gonna see one, get the headshot, and run away. At this point,
This is
safe to assume that he is going to be moving towards the other site here, as he does know that at least one of the other members is on A still. Yugi is going to try to go in and chase him, try to catch him on his way to B. Poa is going to be able to
30
get the
seconds
plant off
left.
inside of the tube here.
Spike planted.
And it's going to be up to him to defend against 2 people at once.
we'll
And
start
to
doing
drop a
the
couple of
stars.
stars. But Poa has some stars of her own. Sorry, that was Poa. My bad. I thought it was the other team dropping stars. Anyways, only have 1 Astra in the game. Gonna hear 2 people behind. Red Ninjas is going to be up near the bomb. They're gonna try to get the defuse down.
Last player
That's
standing.
good shot by
Take out
Poa.
Red Ninjas.
And Poa's gonna
And
be
will
able to get
get
the
the
4-kill
Come on
clutch.
now. I'm anticipating my congratulations.
Very clean round coming out from the Astra retake. Very smart play by Poa to instead just immediately rotating onto that B site and just trying to get the plant down as soon as possible. Actually lingering on A to catch the Sage of Volt, just unprepared for that pick. And then just immediately being able to make the situation to a lot more winnable 2v2 instead of just trying to go for the plant money and playing for the next round. Very smart play coming out. We will see another A stack coming out. We will see the Raze and the Viper trying to hold on. We do see 2 stars from the Astra. 1 will be recalled. Now, Team Tomohizumi, it looks like they're just going to want to burst onto the site again. However, lingering after that Viper wall goes up. However, the Raze will push through. Does get the pick onto Crimson's Viper. Now has the Raze ultimate. Will be able to buy a lot of space because players will want to fall back from that potentially one-shotting ultimate. However, Kaiba caught with his pants down as Dr. Cow does get the kill. And Minyok on the flank takes out Volt, but immediately gets traded by Red Ninja. It's now a 2v2 health advantage for Team Mandatory Fun. Yugmi will take out Senior. It's all onto Poa again. Will get the kill onto Yugmi, leaving it all onto Red Ninjas. Gets shot by Poa, so Poa now has all the information.
Oh, and Red Ninja is going to get the kill
out.
and has more than enough time to also get the defuse, and that's going to award him the Killjoy ult that will enable him to lock down a site or push in with that ult on a retake.
Very good retake coming out from the Team Mandatory Fun side. However, that does leave a lot of economic damage on the side of Mandatory Fun. Their buy is not going to look very good this round. We already see a Spectre coming out for the Reyna. Another Spectre on the Raze with only half heals. Actually, a Spectre gets sustained to an Ares. Only 2 rifles for the Mandatory Fun side, while Team Tomi Hates Me has all 5 rifles, only half shields on the Sova of Minyok. This will be a very tough round for Team Mandatory Fun as Team Tomi Hates Me look to be trying to take a lot of B pressure, take out Volt, and that's the 1B player down. Reyna and Raze scrambling to try to regain any sort of control and prevent that spike plant from going down. Reyna running out into the open. Does get saved by that Viper wall going up. Kaiba getting onto the site, does get taken out by Crimson's Viper. Now, Poa on the site with the spike, however, does not have all the pressure she would want. Insaner getting a free kill on the flank onto 3 Mandatory Fun members, leaving it all onto Yugmi with that Ares. To clutch out for Team Mandatory Fun. Astra ult going down and gets blinded by the Reyna flash of Walken. Does see Walken, will get the kill and the heal. However, gets another kill onto Minyok. This is very doable. Alright, only 69 health left. That is a very funny number for that health bar.
Oh, he's gonna
get the kill onto Poa. Now has the Reyna ultimate,
Yugmi.
has the combat stim,
Oh.
but gets taken out by Insaner. Very close round coming out from Yugmi, managing to get a lot of unexpected kills with this Ares. A very good job coming out from Yugmi. Unfortunately, Insaner managing to get that last kill. Now it does look like Team Tomi Hates Me will be able to get a very nice buy, except for the Marshal on Kaiba's Raze. And Team Mandatory Fun will have 3 rifles, but will be on another Ares and another Spectre.
Let's see, V-Volt revealed by Recon Dodge right here. Poe is gonna bring out those Astra smokes a little bit. Raising the side, gonna get 1 kill. Try to get the second, but unfortunately the transfer just doesn't work out. V-Volt's gonna be running away just a little bit, trying to save their own life here. Raze, Kaiba's going to be satcheling up and going to look for a couple of more kills as Team Mandatory Fun attempts for the retake here. Push out into CT, but it's going to get caught out by Yugmi here, and Insaner is going to kill off V-Volt. Poa is going to take Crimson, and we are left with just 2 people left on Team Mandatory Fun. In the form of Yugmi. Yugmi's going to pull off another kill here. Red Ninjas is going to get a kill, and now it's a 2v2.
Last player standing.
1v2.
Yeah, Red
Ninjas here, running a little bit low on bomb timer, with Insaner also falling from behind now. Going to take the zipline up and try to catch them off guard. Unfortunately, he's just going to run away with the gun. Doesn't even make it out, unfortunately. All 10 people in this match dead.
Switching sides.
With that, we're going to go on the halftime break real quick. So, yeah, we'll see you guys back. The 90-second break here is mostly for teams to strategize here, cool off after the first half, you know, maybe talk about things that they want to do. With that, we'll see you on the other side.
Peace. And
welcome back after the first half here. Team Tommy Hates Me is currently leading 7-5, and we are going to unpause this match and get ourselves started on the second half here with pistol round.
Oh, they're actually trailing. It is Team Mandatory Fun who is in the lead. On the attacker side now. We'll see what looks like an A stack from both teams. This will be a very interesting pistol round. I feel like this round's going to be over very quickly. Unless, as I say that, Team Mandatory Fun immediately falling back to try to get some mid control in the start of the round. 12 seconds left in this round timer. It does look like they will want to go for mid push. Meanwhile, Team Tommy Hates Me stacking on this A site.
Oh wait, sorry, my scoreboard is switched. Oops. I will
Will
swap
not
those back.
have will not have a lot of pressure, but as I say that, they all five push up into this A site. They will immediately know that there are no Team Mandatory Fun players here, and they will immediately try to push out onto this flank. It does look like they will get the kill on Red Nets, standing with a one tap with the Sheriff onto Yukmi. Will try to catch them as they're pushing into it, standing with another kill onto Crimson, another kill onto Dr. Cow. Could this be the ace coming out from Insaner on the jet with the Sheriff in the pistol round? Nope, it will be taken by Walken with the assist being picked up by Insaner. Very nice shooting coming out from Insaner with that Sheriff on this pistol round. Very commanding first round win from Team Tommy Hates Me.
There we go. Scoreboard's fixed. Anyways.
So it does look like we will see a Vandal Force coming out for the Reyna on Walken. And we will see a second round Force coming out from Team Mandatory Fun. 2 Frenzies and a Spectre coming out. Meanwhile, Team Tommy Hates Me just using all that money that they got from winning that round. But one of the Frenzies immediately gets taken out by Walken. Another gun gets taken out by Walken, who managed to take out Dr. Cow with that Vandal. And Walken's just going duck hunting right here. He's just out. But as I said, Insaner gets a kill on the full. Yukmi kills Insaner. Walken with another kill on the Red Ninjas, and the quad coming out
Yukmi unfortunately
from
not able to pick
Walken.
off that one person with the frenzy.
For very nice shooting from Walken. That second round Vandal purchase really paying off.
And with that, it's now tied up for Team Tommy Hates Me, bringing it up to 7-7 after starting the game off at 0-6 due to the balance phase.
This is the first time we've seen in this game. Will Team Tommy Hates Me be able to come ahead, or will we see a retrieval of the lead from Team Mandatory Fun on this offense?
A little bit of a half buy coming in from both teams here. 2 Spectres on either side, but 3 rifles coming in for Mandatory Fun. And Cripwalken's going to be able to pick off one of those members of Mandatory Fun. 2 of them, my bad. Is it going to be 3? It will be 3 for Cripwalken. He makes that 4, and he is going to go for the ace. And he gets the ace.
Yes, he will.
All 5 members of Team Mandatory Fun pushing in towards A, but getting picked off one by Cripwalken.
Very good shooting coming out from the Reyna. And wow, this just showcases the power of Reyna, managing to just stay at full HP even though it took a little bit of chip damage from one of the Mandatory Fun members.
Reyna, as long as she gets kills, essentially has 3 whole lives with those heals right there, you know? You have your first health bar, you heal once, you heal twice, and bam, you're still at full health, full shield. As long as you keep those kills coming, Reyna can snowball like crazy.
Does look like we will see a full B push coming out from Team Mandatory Fun. However, Kaiba managing to get the kill onto Yukmi
That grenade.
with that Marshall.
Bad news.
1 enemy remaining.
However, Walken running up behind, getting a triple kill. Just
Cripwalken. That was so
Out
fast, we
of the
completely just
frying
missed that.
pan.
Cripwalken,
Out of the
absolutely
frying
insane
pan.
today. Pulling out
Into
ahead of
the
his team
fire.
by 9 entire kills, almost doubling the second person on his team, Insaner, with 10. However, we do see almost the same story on the Team Mandatory Fun side. We're really showcasing the power of Reyna here with both Reynas almost doubling or almost doubling the kills of the next person in their team.
Is very commanding stuff coming from Team Tommy. I mean, they're going to immediately take a lot of mid pressure. We'll take a little bit of chip damage onto Minyo.
4 of them are going to be coming out
really-
mid here.
We'll
Condart's
continue to
going to
push.
Red Ninja's gonna look for maybe a pick or a mid. Watch for the flank here.
Alarm bot out.
While the rest of his team
Placing
is
swarm
currently
grenade.
pushing towards A here. But Red Ninja just has the bomb and is very far behind the rest of his team, and that could be very bad news for him.
However, we'll see 2 kills coming out for the mandatory fun side, making a
flight.
4v3 advantage, and they have a little bit of psych control, making it a 2v4 advantage for Team Mandatory Fun. We'll get the plant down.
Ooh.
And
Attackers will take the
another
round.
kill. That flank from Yugami catching Mean Yoke completely off guard. Wow. Was not a lot there for Team Tomy Hates Me. Mandatory Fun just taking a very commanding round.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say there. The flank just did it all.
Yeah, that mid push not really paying off for Team Tomy Hates Me. Only managing to get 2 kills. However, they did have a lot of economy stuck up from their 4-round win streak, so they will be able to buy into this round.
For a B rush here. Insaner's gonna see a couple of them. He's gonna fall back. Take a little bit of damage from the nade, actually. He's gonna dash out with half of his HP. Yugi here is gonna get distracted by the grenade and taken out by Kaiba here.
That's a 3v3. However, Team Tomy Hates Me. Actually, Walken will be taken down on the flank, leaving it all into Minyok and Poa. But as I said, that Poa takes out Red Ninja is making an even 2v2. With sight control firmly in the hands of Team Tomy Hates Me.
Currently sitting at
Last
yellow
player
box here.
standing.
Crimson takes out Poa, leaving Minyok in a 1v2 here.
Will
Dr.
Minyok
Cow's
be
gonna
able
look
to
for-
win this?
For a pick here. Gonna throw that nade out.
Chucks an nade
Stop
onto
Minyok.
Minyok.
And that Viper ult's gonna
Viper
come out,
ult
and that
coming
is going to be the plan here. At 1 HP, unfortunately, Minyok is unable to do a whole lot.
Very good round coming out for the Mandatory Fun side. However, only 1 surviving, which means that they are taking a little bit of economic damage there. We'd not be able to have rifles on everybody. We do see a Spectre coming out for the Sage on Volt. But we do manage to see 4 rifles for the Mandatory Fun side. However, Team Tomy Hates Me, with that built up money, still will be able to bring 5 rifles into this round. Oh, as I say that, Team Mandatory Fun does manage to also get 5 rifles, and this is a very strong gun round. We do see a very big stack onto this A site. 3 members of Team Tomy Hates Me, as Team Mandatory Fun members, are pushing up. Vulcan will take down Dr. Cow with that aggressive push. No utility. Viper
And he's
Molly
gonna run out
will
with
miss.
all of his HP.
Viper Molly will miss. And now they're being blocked by the Astro smokes, but this is looking very bad for Team Mandatory
Another
Fun.
one here. Get a
We
heal
have a
off, and now he's
fast
gonna
flank.
get back up to 117 HP.
We
Crimson's
have
gonna
2
take out
members of
Insaner
Tomy
here.
Hates
One
Me.
enemy
And
remaining.
Minyok is going to be able to get that flank along with Kaiba, and that is going to be the round, putting THM back into the lead.
Very good hold coming out from Team Tomy Hates Me, and that flank was kind of just a nail in the coffin for Team Mandatory Fun with Kaiba and Mean Yoke
I
both
actually
running
would
up.
want to disagree. I don't think that was a nail in the coffin. I think that was the coffin. I think that before the THM definitely had a good chance of winning, but without the flank, it would have been much more difficult, and they definitely wouldn't have taken as commanding of a victory.
This is very true. That did catch a lot of Mandatory Fun members very off guard, but it does look like
Oh, that
Team
Razor is
Tomy
going to
Hates Me-
shut down the B push. They are going
They
to
also
regroup and
both
try
have a
again
lot
here.
of-
Kaiba's going to get 1. Throw out the boombot. Try to get another with Rupa here. Going to get 2 more kills with a spray down. Unfortunately, is not able to get the
1
4K,
enemy remaining.
leaving just Dr. Cow. Cripwalking is going to get the last 2 kills here on V-Bolt and Dr. Cow. And that's going to give Team Tomy Hates Me a solid 2-round lead here.
This is very good stuff coming out from Team Tomy Hates Me. This aggression has just very rarely been able to be handled by Team Mandatory Fun, other than that 1 round where they shut down that aggressive mid push coming out from Tomy Hates Me. We're seeing a lot of very well rewarded aggression on this side. Where it does look like we are going to have another A push coming out for Team Mandatory Fun. 4 Astra stars dropped. The Jet of Insaner will just push up into that nest. Will not take the shot. Will get the shot into Dr. Cow before immediately dashing out of there. Now we do see all of the Team Tomy Hates Me members
Get
rotating.
blocked out by that turret, actually. Could have jumped down, but his
One
teammate
enemy
put down the
remaining.
turret at possibly the worst one.
Down A. Flawless.
And that's going to be a flawless round for Team Tommy Hates Me to bring it up to match point here.
Match point.
Very commanding round from Team Tom Hates Me. Just a flawless round, and especially in a very clean way. Insane are getting that first initial pick just threw the members of Mandatory Fun into disarray. They did not know what to do after they lost their entry in Dr. Cow 2. Now it looks like they will try to stack towards the middle of the map and towards B. Meanwhile, Team Tommy Hates Me, it looks like they're gonna stack towards middle as well, sending 2 people into the middle with Raze looking to play around B kitchen. She will also just be satcheling out into middle.
Spike carrier.
Very aggressive. Kaiba taking down Crimson will immediately satchel towards B long to try to go back up Insaner, who doesn't really need the backup. As I say that, there are a lot of Team Mandatory Fun pushing, or Insaner getting 2 kills.
That's going to be
Kaiba
2
takes the
flawless
last
rounds in a
Defenders
row
win.
for Team Tommy Hates Me to take that win there.
Very clean rounds coming out from the Tommy Hates Me side.
Absolutely. And I actually still do want to give props to Mandatory Fun. They pulled out a lot of very commanding wins as well, in the form of, you know, those few rounds in the middle where they actually were able to bring it back up to a tie here. And they even had a lead going into the second half, 7-5. They were able to bring it up to 9-9 later on in the game.
This is very true. I also, one really big aspect I want to highlight here is the impact of the team composition picked by Team Tommy Hates Me. Across their duelists, they had 15 First Bloods, which means 15 rounds in that match. They started out as a 4v5. Only one round, one First Blood had by Dr. Cow 2 on the Raze meant that Team Mandatory Fun was starting out with that advantage, meaning that Team Tommy Hates Me had a lot of advantages coming into these rounds from the aggression that they could just have with the duelists of choice, such as that Reyna who can heal herself up, and the Jet and the Raze with the insane mobility.
Absolutely. When you start off with those kinds of opening kills like that, especially when a lot of those opening kills resulted in, first of all, a clean kill, very little utility lost, and very little HP lost, meaning a lot of the times, I believe it was Kaiba in the on Reyna there, or it was Crimson, sorry. Not Crimson. Who was on the Reyna? Someone else. Was it Crimson?
Crimson was on the
Crimson
Viper
was on the other.
for
Tommy Hates Me is Reyna.
Mandatory Fun.
The Reyna on Tommy Hates Me, they were able to get in and get out most of the time by using only a dismiss or even nothing at all, and able to just like sprint out normally. And that is basically like starting a round off 5v4 is a very big advantage that Tommy Hates Me was able to get. And you saw that happening over and over again, especially with those last 2 rounds when it ended in 2 flawless rounds in a row to end off the game there.
Very strong stuff from Team Tommy Hates Me, just really showcasing the teamwork that they had on this team. And the aggression they were able to play with was very, very strong. I feel like a big cornerstone of their gameplay.
And I think, again, we were talking about this during the game too, but this is a very good showcase of just the power of Reyna and her ability to snowball and get those multi-kills. And also highlighting the fact that you need to be getting those multi-kills as a Reyna. If you're, hanging back and getting 1 or 2 picks per round, obviously you are doing things for the team, but Reyna's main playstyle is to snowball and go in and get those multi-kills. It's okay if you miss out on a couple of rounds, but those rounds that you do perform, you have to perform very well. And we saw an ace even coming in from THM there.
This is very true stuff.
So with that, our next match of the day is going to be Elo Assassins coming in again for the second game of the day, trying to bring themselves further into the positives, currently at a 2-1 record, trying to look for that 3-1 record here. And we'll be also seeing Mandatory Fun coming back for a doubleheader, although this time it will be a official game for them. We'll see you on the other side of the break. Yeah.
Peace.
And welcome back. We're just about setting up for the final match here. A couple of people are still at the range, but that's okay. We're map bans and team selection has already been completed. We had an icebox being banned off first. No doubleheader, unfortunately. Actually, fortunately, I don't want a doubleheader. Where we saw Elo Assassins banning off the icebox first, and then Team Mandatory Fun playing their doubleheader today, banned off Haven as their second one. Elo Assassins went ahead and banned Split after that, leaving Ascent and Bind was the map to be banned, meaning we are going to be playing some Ascent here today. That is a map that we haven't seen in a little bit, since yesterday, actually. But, yeah. Zach, you ready? We're going to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to go.
If I recall correctly, we did almost see a no smoke comp coming out from Mandatory Fun on this map, which I thought was very interesting. I feel like smokes are very impactful on this map. But it does look like we are going to see an immediate Astra hover, which is, I feel, a very good pick for this map.
Definitely.
We'll see the Jet insta-lock from Mystic. Mystic having a lot of impact on this Jet, but as I talk about the no smoke comps, now I see an Omen, but before I did not see an Omen, which would have meant no smokes. It does look like we are going to have a Reyna for Team Elo Assassins as well. Jet and Reyna, two very powerful duelists for snowballing and getting their team a lot of space.
Those duelists have already been locked in. Our Sentinels on the side of the attackers, which are Team Mandatory Fun, looks like VVolt X and VVolt X and Red Ninja is going to be taking the stage in the Killjoy, with JJ Ellis taking the KO. I think that's the first time we've seen a KO pick in this tournament, and I'm very excited to see how that plays out. KO has some very unique utility, obviously having that ability that shuts down other abilities. Super unique, something that we haven't seen before.
Select your agent.
That's also called a flashbang. I believe other characters happen to have them as well, and typically when you are flashed, then you usually just can't see things. Which is kind of like the same as being able to not use your abilities, you know?
That's true. But you can still press the buttons, you know?
Yeah, but you'll probably waste it.
With that, we see the picks being locked in here. The Killjoy from Red Ninja is going to be swapped out with the Jet. They're going to be taking the two duelists instead there in the form of Reyna and Jet, countering the Twitch Blades and Mystic combo of Reyna and Jet. Hopefully that will be able to do a little bit of something. We're going to see a Sky coming in on the side of Team Elo Assassins. That's going to be also super important on attackers' side, as they are able to, flash the people in sight and get in.
It is very true. We are going to see double duelists come out from both sides. Once again, a cornerstone of North American Valorant. We've seen a few European Valorant teams running only one duelist, or sometimes no duelists, but, NA, everyone has ego.
You gotta get those kills, bro. That's the reason why people got 50 kills in pro games.
Do we have a balance phase this game?
We do have a balance phase this game, actually, in fact.
I want to make sure
I believe
we don't have a repeat of game
are
one.
going... I think Mandatory Fun gets 6 rounds again in this one as well.
Wow.
That is
A lot
some
of big leads coming out.
serious balancing that's going on here, yeah. Mandatory Fun playing against both of our 2 top-ranked teams in a row. Feeling a little bit bad for them, but they do get those 6 rounds as a consolation prize.
This is very true.
A little bit of surprise from those teams as they see the 6-0 again.
Does look like we will have a B stack coming out from Team Mandatory Fun. We have 3 players sticking towards that B side. It does look like they will start slow walking up, trying to get a little bit of info into the B garage, the main. But as I say that, the Sky Dog does get info on 3 players. The Jet using that dash prematurely to get out of that position. Astra getting some space on Cat. However, Omen and Astra in a very weird position. Emotions will take out Crimson on the Astra. It does look like Team Mandatory Fun will want to push into the middle of the map, trying to get into market. However, they will just get mowed down by the Reyna of Blades and the Sky. But
all 3 get
kills
shot
going
down
out.
immediately. A couple of free fires going off in the cubby there at mid.
Does a Monty Yugmi, who will get taken out by Booba. That's a flawless pistol round coming out from Team Elo Assassins.
It's going to be very good for their eco as they go on for this round here. They're going to be able to buy at least a couple of Spectres here. We're seeing 3 already out. Don't know if the last 2 members plan on doing it. It looks like we've got Heavy Shields and a Ghost for one of these members, and Somebody still hasn't bought anything yet, but that's okay. We still have 10 seconds. We're seeing 3 Spectres, 4 Heavy Shields. Seeing Heavy Shields and a Stinger coming out from Mystic here.
Our emotion is just
And
electing to stick with only
just-
the Ghost. Probably wanted to save for such as the Operator.
KO knife is
Mystic-
going to shut down Mystic here. Not going to be able to use anything. Not going to be able to dash out of danger here. Mystic is going to get that knife, or Mystic is going to get that door down. And it's going to be relatively safe for the time being. A couple of pre-fires from Emotions. Going to take out one person, take out 2 people here. And everybody's dead already. Flurry of kills coming in from Team Yellow Assassins to get 2 flawless rounds in a row. Slowly making back that deficit from balance phase.
Very good hold coming out.
The
It
attackers
does
are
look
going
we will have
to
a
quickly
timeout.
call a timeout here. From the
They
side.
have a minute now
Mandatory
to
fun.
strategize on
Strategize,
what their
correct.
next plan of attack. Yes. I'm not an English major. I don't speak English.
Oh,
However,
camera's gonna
in
mess
this
up here.
in this stack, it does look like we will have another B play being held by Team Mandatory Fun. It does look like they have 4 players towards the B, except for that Arena, who is sitting in Attacker's spawn. Let's see how this one ends up going. They will be able to buy a few guns. We see that Ghost from Red Ninjas. We do see a Vandal on the Reyna and a Spectre on the KO, so their buy will be looking a little shoddy this round. However, Team Yellow Assassins electing to stick with their bonus that they have from the second round. 3 Spectres, a Stinger, and a Bucky is a very rare weapon to see.
Bucky is
not seen a lot of
definitely
Buckies since the nerfs.
after the nerf that happened a few acts ago. I'm surprised to see this many Buckies coming out in this tournament, honestly.
This is very true. It does look like we will have sort of a light buy coming out from the Mandatory Fun side. One player electing to stick only with the Classic, no utility on that Sage. Probably saving up for an Operator, which can be very strong on this map. Sage will get picked off with their pants down by Lades.
Oh.
However, will be immediately traded by Yugmi with that Ares. Now it just
Savage
looks
here
like
holding with Sky here on B garage. Red Ninja's about to poke out here with a pistol, and he's gonna get taken out by both of them.
Healing over here.
no, it
With that, Pooput's
Does
gonna
it
get a
click?
little bit of healing action going on, while Crimson attempts to push in towards Market as both of the defenders on B have fallen back towards site. A little bit of firefight going on here. You can be taking out Mystic at B window, or sorry, A window. He's gonna go for a little bit of long-range LMG action there with the Ares. Unfortunately, doesn't get a whole lot.
And now it looks like Team Mandatory Fun now has full control of the A site. Both of the Team Yellow Assassins members in Poopa and Cabbage staying on that B site, electing
30
to
seconds
push
left.
from the middle of the map.
Spike
Plan
planted.
Gonna go
will
off.
eventually go down, leaving it in a 3v2 retake advantage to Team Mandatory Fun. So it looks like they're just going to double push this, not wanting to end up trying to split push. They will want to be able to get at least one trade, but as I say that, Poopa walks up towards the AHM position.
Oh!
Cabbage taken out by the Spectre on the KO of Jealous.
Flash is
He's
gonna come
on
out
to
here.
Poopa,
Run around a
push
little
from
bit
the
too
same
late, but the
position.
attackers are gonna take the round. The 3v2 just too powerful with too many angles to clear when you're retaking A. That is a key thing on Ascent right there. Retakes are quite difficult without any kind of vision denial there, because you've got a lot of angles to check immediately as soon as you open that door.
Very good hold coming out from the Mandatory Fun side. Managing to kill both of the members, attempting to retake that site. So now it does look like we will have a full buy coming out from the Team Yellow Assassin side. With that,
That operator is going to be
Mystic,
put to good use immediately in the form of Mystic. Get that pick at mid here. Blades is going for a little bit of a top mid check there with his gun. Just
Think he
checking
would
to make
just
sure
be
there's nobody there.
jiggling
Going to
it.
get flashed by the KO.
Cutting their vision.
He'll throw a flash of his own. Not going to see anybody just yet. He could be able to pick off Crimson as they push in towards mid. Mystic holding with the op here, not going to be able to find anything as all 4 members of Mandatory Fun are now racing towards B site.
First onto the site. However,
Alta's
they
going to
did
get
not
popped
check.
here. They're going to go for that turret. Turret's going to be taken down. Poopbutt is going to be able to get some kills from behind, but Reyna with that Ares is just too much. Twitchblade's going to get 2 kills, and Cabbage is going to finish off Yugmi for the round win here. 3-7.
Very good hold coming out from the Elo Assassin side, managing to completely shut down that attempted B execute coming out from the Mandatory Fun side. Peo being the only one who really got a lot of pressure on site, along with the Arena of Yugmi, who just got immediately killed by Cabbage on the Killjoy. Killjoy's being a very strong agent at holding onto this B site with all of its closed corridors, such as the B rafters right there. However, Mystic will immediately peek into middle, will get smoked off by the Astra smoke, meaning the operator impact is nullified. As we see, all of the Mandatory Fun members just holding up in that mid link, aside from the KO, who is sitting in A main. Looks like Sage will try to get some B main control, will spot out that turret. The Sky Ultimate will be coming out, will get info on the 3 players holding towards the middle of the map and the B side. However, Jet pushed up all the way into bot mid with that Spectre. Reyna might not see this. Reyna sees it now.
Oh.
Will get the kill onto Ninjas. Ferrari peek coming out. KO will go back into mid to try to see if the trade is possible.
Unfortunately, the swing is just a little bit too late from Yugmi and unable to get the kill there. Turret's going to get taken off. The Twitchblades is going to be able to get a couple of kills, or 1 kill, sorry, there. Crimson's going to take trade the Twitchblades back, and Poopbutt is going to then go for the reverse trade onto Crimson. Just KO, and never mind. There's nobody left on Team Mandatory Fun. 4-7. Still for Team Mandatory Fun, though, because of those balance phase rounds. Looks like Mandatory Fun is going to come out in the lead once again in this half, just like in last game. We'll see if they can hold that lead for the rest of the second half, though, however.
Does look like we will have a full buy coming out from the Elo Assassin side, while Mandatory Fun scrambling together whatever they could purchase. 2 Spectres, while only having 3 rifles. Crimson, with one of the Spectres, only having half shields. Does look like Team Mandatory Fun will want to get an A push, however, immediately smoked off by the Omen of Emotions. Skydog gets a lot of information, however, Emotions getting 2 kills before immediately getting traded by Yugmi.
An op shot through the
taken down by the
smoke
op.
gets one of them. That's going to take it to a 4v3 even after that Sage res.
Advantage to Elo Assassin's, however,
Twitchblade's going to get another kill.
They're just going to run out.
Oh.
However, Crimson will get
Nowhere
the
to
kill.
hide for
One
the
enemy
dismiss,
remaining.
unfortunately. Mystic is going to pick off Crimson. That just leaves Vivolt going to get shot down by 3 people at once. And you can do about that.
Coordinate out.
Very good retake for the Elo Assassin side.
That means that we're going to be seeing a 5-7 half in favor of Mandatory Fun once again. But
Switching
will they
sides.
be able to hold the lead this time? Well, we will find out after the break. So, with that, we're going to go into the break, and we will see you on the other side. And we return with the second half. Currently, Team Mandatory Fun is leading 7-5 after the first half, and we're in the pistol round of the second half now. Buy phase is going to be unpaused and continued here.
It does look like we are going to see a B stack coming out from the Elo Assassin side. All 5 players sitting in that B lobby position. Meanwhile, we see more of a default setup coming out from the Mandatory Fun side. 2A, 2B, and 1 in the middle. It does look like they are going to go for some aggressive plays with the setup. The Jet and the Reyna looking to peek out and try to take fights. However, the Reyna being the only one who will probably run into somebody at round start from that mid-link position.
However, the Reyna, I mean, Elo Assassins is obviously going for more of a stack and relying on gunplay alone to win on this round here. And they're going to wait out a little bit of util before pushing in here. The Astro Orb is going to get activated, and the KO Knife is going to disable a couple of abilities here, but they're going to keep going for it.
But it does look like they're going to want to commit to this push, however.
Turret's going to spot the Reyna at mid while the rest of the team continues to push in towards B site here. Motion's going to get picked off by Lades.
Down B.
Or sorry, it's going to get picked off by Red Ninjas, and then Twitch Lades is going to trade back. Mix is going to take out Crimson, and Twitch Lades is going to take out Yugmi. Poop Butt killing Jealous, leaving just V-Volt to take this 1v3.
All of his adversaries are very low.
V-Volt's going to get one, and the other two are both low enough. They could very well get this, but unfortunately that Sky Flash provides the opportunity that Poop Butt needed to peek out and get the kill with the Frenzy.
Very good hold. With that, very good hold with that play coming out from the Elo Assassin side. Both players being very low, but still managing to pull that out. Does look like we are going to see an A stack coming out from the Elo Assassin side. Look at the
one immediately
pick onto full. Now the A side is free for them. The Reyna pushing into that middle position just completely.
Oh, the dash is going to get stopped by the dog, unfortunately, but it's not too big a deal as Mystic does have the entire site to himself.
This is very true. So now it looks like Mystic is just going to hold this aggressive position, try to catch any mandatory fun members off guard that he can. Omen Blind coming out. Another
Which is going to pick off by Jealous. Mystic and Emotions are going to team up a little bit and get that, get those 2 kills there, leaving it as a 2v4.
One enemy remaining.
And that's going to be the end of the round. Emotions getting that double kill at the end. With that, Team Elo Assassins has tied it up. It is now 7-7, and with this next round, they could turn the match in their favor.
Is very true. It does look like we are going to see another A stack coming out from Elo Assassins, except for the Spike being left back in spawn, which will be retrieved by the Omen of Emotions.
And matchmaking's worst nightmare: leaving the spawn, leaving the Spike at spawn, and forgetting it until a match starts.
Taking that back.
Does look
5
like
people from Elo Assassins at B short here, just slowly shimmying their way up.
Does look like they're trying to wait for an aggressive push with lots of players just watching this A main position. However, all of Mandatory Fun's attention is being focused on the middle of the map, with both the Reyna and the Jet peeking out in the middle, and the Astra. However, they will start slowly walking up into A main. Sage will peek, but immediately gets taken down. And then Mystic also getting killed onto the Astro League in a 3v5 advantage for Team Elo Assassins. Mystic pushing past the door, trying to catch the other Jet off guard, which he will
Mystic
not.
just doesn't have enough health for that firefight right there. With SMGs, you definitely want to have more than 11 HP, because you're bound to get hit in one of those.
One enemy remaining.
Now, this advantage has been whittled down. It is now
And that is going to be the end of the round.
3v0.
Yeah,
Good shooting by Lades with a triple kill in that round.
super good shooting. And with
Very
that, we
good job,
see
Micah.
Team Elo Assassins bringing out the advantage here, leaving the Spike at spawn again for 2 rounds in a row. Come on, guys. Just have someone pick up the bomb. Come on.
Yo, is this my ranked game? Why can't, like, it's like the shooting of not my ranked games, but like the spike usage of my ranked games, so. What's up with that?
The Spike is still at base.
Heading to the
I
above.
swear that's a voice line we hear 95% of the rounds that we play.
This is
Roman's gonna go for
very
the
true.
aggro TP up on mid here. Not gonna see anybody just yet, but Yugmi might push out, and that could be the end of it. Motion's gonna get the pick off, and he's gonna safely retreat with 0 health being lost.
Does look like they are gonna try to push on the stage. They runs the Astra and the Sage immediately being taken out while trying to jump over to their side.
We're left with Crimson, who gets a 1-tap here, but runs out of ammo, and Cabbage is able to swoop in for the kill. We're left with just Jealous and the KO. However, KO does have massive crowd control capabilities, so it is very possible that he's able to pull this off.
Placing swarm grenade.
One thing with that though is that KO only has a Spectre, while his adversaries all 4 have rifles.
Absolutely true.
Will make any range advantage be very heavily in the favor of Team Elo Assassins. It looks like Jealous is just going to try to save and wait for the hunt to come out. But Team Elo Assassins being very good at just holding on to these positions, not trying to go hunting too much.
Unfortunately, that Spectre is not going to be super useful next round. Never mind, he's not going to have it next round, and that's going to be the end of the round with Twitchblades pulling out that flash and the classic right click.
Very good push from him, managing to take down that last player. However, I do think it is better to die with the Spectre, so you will not be losing that money for a gun that is not that useful. But right as I say that, Jealous picks up another Spectre coming into this round. An Odin pickup from Yukmi with 2 rifles on Crimson and Red Ninjas. Volt not electing to purchase a weapon yet. Meanwhile,
got a light
Team
shield
Elo
and Spectre
Assassins-
on Volt now. But Team Elo Assassins able to buy full rifles, full shields, pretty much anything in the world they could want. Cabbage is actually almost maxed on money at this point. We're pushing the wall. Is going to be successfully dropped this time, but a little bit off, and I believe that doesn't cover the entire doorway. Elo Assassin's going to elect to shoot it down anyways.
And Split Push managing to take out that Sage, and it does look like Emotions will get a lot of control into that HG position before eventually being taken out by Crimson on the Astra, who's immediately traded by Mystic, who gets immediately traded by Yukmi. Wow, it's just a flurry of kills coming out.
Tons of kills. Jealous going for a little bit of a flank here. Twitchblade's going to take out Yukmi, and that just leaves Jealous left. A little bit of flanky action, but the turret's going to spot him, and that means that Elo Assassin's going to be expecting a flank now. Jealous going to have to pull a little bit of a change of plans here. Use the knife. Nobody found. It's going to be heard by Elo Assassins, and Poopbutt's going to hold that angle on tree. All 3 of them now. A little bit of a firing squad going here. Reyna's just going to push straight out and go for the kill, but it is Cabbage who is going to be the one to get it. Ending the round, making it 10-7 for Elo Assassins. They're just 3 rounds away from a 3-1 record.
Very good push coming out from Elo Assassins, managing to, even though that Sage wall was put up, stopping their initial A-mid push, to flank into the mid cubby position from Emotions and the Jet were very powerful in just kind of getting all that control onto A for the Elo Assassin side. It does look like we are going to see opposite stacks here. Team Mandatory Fun stacking onto that A site with a rush with all Spectres and an Ares. Meanwhile, Team Elo Assassins will be pushing onto that B. And now, all the members of Mandatory Fun, minus the Reyna who is taken out, will be pushing from this middle position. We'll see the turret, however, the Jet will be taking these fights.
The res. Bringing back to a 5v5. Jealous is going to get taken down in ult form, but he is going to be able to be revived if a teammate can get to him fast enough. It looks like they are able to get to him. Bring it to a 5v5 again, however, Red Ninja is going to get taken out very quickly. V-Bolt is going to get shut down. Twitchblades is going to take out Crimson, and that just leaves Reyna and Yukmi. Put a hold W to win action there, and that's going to be 11-7 for Team Elo Assassins.
The hallmark of North American Valorant, you know?
Hold W, you win. It's just like League. You press R, you win, and Valorant, you press W, you win. Looks like we're going to be calling another timeout.
On this defender side, it will be calling a timeout.
Probably the second timeout, second and last timeout for Mandatory Fun today.
Looks like they will just be trying to strategize how they will buy and how they will end up playing these next few rounds of this map.
Some interesting stuff we're seeing. They were still able to pull off, the earlier round win in the first half, but unfortunately, unlike with the previous game where they were not able to follow up with those other 2 round wins they were able to get in their match against Tommy Hates Me, which is actually slightly surprising considering that Tommy Hates Me is actually a slightly higher ranked team. So we're seeing actually better coordination coming out from Elo Assassins to stop those round wins from Team Mandatory Fun. God, I get these names mixed up.
Right, it does look like the pause will be ending with the attacker spot once again leaving Spike in spawn.
Man, you guys.
Now Reyna will be a little late to the party, but it does look like they will go for that A pressure again. Meanwhile, Team Metroid Fun sending 3 people towards the middle of the map, leaving their A somewhat
Off at
open.
mid. 2 picks at mid from Cabbage and Mystic. Poopbut's going to be using that dog to get a little bit of vision on his side. Twitch Blades.
Spike down.
And Jealous
mid.
is going to get 2 kills on Cabbage and Twitch Blades. That's huge for Team
One
Metroid.
enemy
Unfortunately,
remaining.
he is going to be blinded
I have
by emotions
spike.
and then taken out. Leaving it as a 3v1 for Team Elo Assassins. Oh, Crimson taking out Mystic here. Trying for teammates out from behind here by Poopbutt. A little bit more of that press W to win action. It's going to be match point here.
Match point.
Alright, it does look like we will see a interesting buy. 4 Odins coming out for the Elo Assassin side. Meanwhile, Team Metroid Fun just scrambling to get there whatever they can purchase. 2 Spectres, another Odin, and a Vandal picked up, and a Guardian.
5
Not seen a
Odins
lot
on the side
Guardian
of
actions.
Elo Assassins. A little bit of a more fun buy, but
I feel like we might just see a lot of Odin and full W from his team, or just a lot of spamming like they are doing right now.
yeah, the Odin has a lot of ammo, so they can't afford to spam a couple of those mags before finally saving a little bit more ammo later on. Twitchley is going to take out V-Volt. That just leaves Mystic trying to take out Crimson. He's going to get it. And that is going to be the flawless round to end the game for Team Elo Assassins.
With all of the Odins.
Yep. A flawless round with Odins. Does that say something about, like, Odins being good in this game? Is like, you know, there's a meme in the CSGO community where they're like, you change any rule of the game and the Negev instantly becomes meta. And if you don't play CSGO, the Negev is a super high rate of fire LMG that they've got. It's basically the Odin of CSGO. And you change anything about
worse.
CSGO and suddenly the Negev just becomes meta. And the Negev has been one of the most, I wouldn't say most popular guns in terms of buying, but it's the most talked about gun in the CSGO community, and it's been like that for quite a while. A lot of people kind of memeing the Negev a little bit, and I feel like it is possible. It is quite a strong gun, actually. You can shut down a lot of fast pushes with it, right? You just have a laser stream of bullets going out, and you can't walk through it. You just die if you try to walk through it. The rate of fire is too fast.
We did see, in terms of the Odin, we did see Sinatra actually kind of bringing the Odin into popularity in combination with Sova. That strategy of shooting the recon dart into B main and then spamming it with an Odin actually used a lot by Sinatra back when he was on Sentinels.
Yeah. And
It was a very strong choice for him.
yeah, people in chat asking about a CS tournament. We can absolutely consider that. Like I said, the Hello World Valorant Open will be coming back for Season 2 at a later to be determined time, but we are going to be doing a second tournament. So if you are interested, there is a couple of panels down below where you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our socials, as well as join our Discord server. That's the most important part. Once you're in the Discord server, you'll be able to sort of check out how this entire tournament has been run. If you want any opportunities when it comes to admin and casting, we have open spots pretty much everywhere, and we can absolutely use more help. So if you'd like to join, just click on the link down below in our Twitch panels. You'll be able to see a Discord server there, and that's how we'll get the information out to all of you when we come back for Season 2. Otherwise, though, like I said, follow our socials. This entire tournament was brought to you by the Hello World YouTube channel, which I also run. And yeah, if you want to subscribe there, we have a little bit more content. We'll be uploading all of the VODs from the Hello World Valorant Open to that channel as well. If you'd like to go back and rewatch some of the matches, we'll be editing out all of the breaks and technical pauses that we had yesterday mostly. Today was a little bit more streamlined, but we'll be editing out those 5-minute breaks and stuff as well. Otherwise, super special thanks to all of our viewers that are currently watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing right now and you want to watch more, I also will be streaming on this channel myself. We'll just, more casual, just play some games and have fun. You might see Zach on this channel as well when we QCS or Valorant together. And then not only that, Hello World Valorant Open Season 2 is also going to be streamed on this channel, so if you follow us, you'll be able to get the stream notification right away and not miss a single match. Otherwise, if you'd like to, kind of give us a shout on social medias about this particular tournament, you can use the hashtag Hello World Open to my right and tag us at The Real Hello World on Instagram or Team HWYT on Twitter. And, we're not playing Breeze in this tournament because we kind of decided, strats are kind of weird. A lot of the stuff is just kind of not there yet when it comes to Breeze, and we felt that it wasn't ready for competitive play, so we removed it from the queue, and we want to hear your thoughts about it. So if you want to, give us your thoughts on our choice of eliminating Breeze from the queue, use hashtag SorryBreeze and tag us on one of our accounts as well. Also on the right, you'll be able to see our hashtags. With that, though, we're going to be moving into the final match of the day real quick here. After a 5-minute break between Tomi Hates Me and Team Oni-chan. Team Oni-chan is going to be trying to defend a 2-1 lead or 2-1 record, and they're going to try to go positive, while Tomi Hates Me is going to be attempting to go for a flawless record. I believe they would be the only team that goes 4-0 in this case. So we'll see you right after the break, and we'll be right back. And we are back with the final game of the day between Tomi Hates Me and Oni-chan. We are going to be playing on Ascent once again. We had, I believe, I need to go find the bans again. Our first ban of the day was Split, followed by Icebox, and then Haven was banned, and then Bind was banned, with Haven being the final ban, leaving Ascent as the map of choice here. With that, we're going to be going into Agent Select real quick here between this game, and this is going to be the last game of the day.
Another Ascent game. Woo! You love to see it. Alright, so right now, okay, it looks like we're just having a little bit
of a fun pick on the side of the attackers here, huh?
We're doing a little bit of trolling.
They do a little trolling.
4 Astras, 2 Yorus.
Interesting.
5 Yorus. Okay,
five
this
Yorus?
is the real.
They just don't want them to have eyes.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't want them to have eyes, then they'd pick 5 Breaches.
That's true. Although Breach,
Speaking of
didn't Breach lose one of his flashes? I think Sky gets more now. Sky gets
no, they
2
both
and then
have
the
2
recharge.
now. Oh yeah, I guess Sky does
recharge.
get the recharge.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, Breach having that many flashes was kind of stupid to play against.
That's true. I do like the changes that came to Breeze. But yeah, we're seeing an Astra already locked in on this side of the defenders here. Definitely useful on Ascent. We'd like to see smokes, and up to 6 of them, in fact.
Is very true. And it does look like
Choose your
we'll see a
agent.
Cypher as opposed to the Killjoy
We
this
haven't
time.
seen a Cypher in a while. Oh no, Killjoy's gonna get locked.
Oh, why did I talk? I just
Oh,
ruined it for my voice set.
no, you're fine, It's the Cypher.
Okay, we do have a Cypher, finally, dude.
Seeing,
Does look like-
once again the standard 2 duelist thing. It's North America. You gotta expect the 2 duelists.
2 of those duelists out of the 4 are Arena, so another
Once again,
North America thing.
these teams really love their arenas, and you can see why. There's a lot of, like we said, we keep coming back to the snowball potential of the arena, and I feel like in this tournament it's been very clearly, showcased. Anyways, with Team Oni-chan being 2 full ranks, average gold below their opponents here today, they're going to be getting 4 round wins, as Team Tomi Hates Me averages Diamond 3. With that, we're going to unpause the round, and that's going to be round 1 bye phase, although they're going to be starting at 0-4.
Okay, we immediately see 4 ghosts picked up for the side of Team Tomi Hates Me. Clearly just trying to go for those headshots, which will be a one-shot considering that there's only 1 player who has purchased light shields, that being Senku. And Team Oni-chan will be responding with 3 more ghosts. But as I say that, Minyoku switches to the Frenzy, or the rapid fire gun right there. And Kaiba will be going for some information.
Super aggro picks here. Doesn't get a
It
pick,
does get
but does get a lot of info.
immediately picked off by Parks, while only getting a little bit of, well, a little bit, over half of Zutree's health. Does look like this will
off of that pick, and
incentivize.
they're going to go straight in onto B, hoping to get the site before the rest of Team Tommy Hates Me is able to come in and rotate and help the team. Two people coming out of... Oh, OVP3 is just going to run past without being detected here. And he's going to be safely inside of Market now.
Got
But he
two
is
of those
spotted,
kills.
and they know he's there, and Insaner is going to be able to pick him off. With a round win going to THM, slowly making back that deficit of the bounce phase.
Very good hold coming out from Team THM, despite losing Kaiba as the initial kill. Kaiba going down to Parks, able to recover that in the 4v5 situation, with only losing one other member, that being Walken on the Cypher. Now we will see a force spike coming out for Team Tommy Hates Me with 3 Spectres, 1 Ghost, and 1 Marshall. It does look like Team Onichan will be stacking towards this A site, who will immediately, not immediately be spotted because they won't push up, but they will have the potential to be spotted by the Cypher camera, which they hear and immediately start falling back, but they will run into the arms
Cypher
of
might be off of
Insaner.
his cam by now. Maybe P3 is going to take a look, and he's going to get shot at by the tracer or by the tracker dart. I don't think it's going to hit though.
Insaner dodging the turret.
A few shots being fired.
Will be
No
spotted.
damage dealt just yet. Insaner is getting... Yep, there is the kill on Insaner. But Kaiba is going to be able to get some trades back here, and is now a 3v3 still.
Marshall having the
Kaiba's
effect of an
coming
operator with
in,
no
gonna
shield.
try to get more aggro of a pick. Gonna get a double dink. And that's gonna be a 3v2 now for them. Kaiba gonna see 2 with his Marshall. Not going to get any kills just yet. Another
The
headshot.
no-scope coming
And that's
out
going to
from
be
Kaiba.
that could be an ace. Misses out on the ace. AVP3
Denied.
lives to see another day. Actually, maybe not. We'll see how it plays out against the enemy Sova, who is currently at full HP.
And around
30
the
seconds
world,
left.
AVP3 goes, trying to... He knows the Sova should be on A, so he's trying to just slowly get towards that B position. But this is all about timing now. Just
With only
barely
18
missing
seconds
each
left on
other.
the clock. He's gonna
AVP3
have to make a
have to go
beeline for the
very
site and
fast.
get a plant off pretty much immediately.
10 seconds left.
I think that's cost him the round there. I don't know if he... Oh, he does have time to plant. Okay, the site's a lot bigger than I remember it being. Or I thought the plant area was a little bit smaller than that, but he is going to be able to get the plant. The recon dart's going to reveal his location. And Sova...
Looks like they will push into each other.
Oh! And AVP3 starts to look away just as Mean Yolk peaks. A little bit of a timing diff there. Mean Yolk is going to take that round. 2-4.
Goes to show how much timing was everything. They barely missed each other in the middle of that map there. While AVP3 pushed into Pizza, while Minyo pushed into Catwalk. This game's all about timing. It does look like we are going to see a bonus round coming out from... Well, as I say that, only one player is bonusing, that being Minyo. Kaiba picking up the round 3 operator with no shields. This is going to be a very dangerous, but also a very impactful pick. Meanwhile, Team Onichan, all 5 have rifles, will be stacking towards this B side of the map, aside from their Sova, who will be staying on that A side. It looks like they're just waiting for pushes. They don't want to take any engages right now.
You hear that Sova drone coming out here. Gonna get shot down. Although I think it's gonna run out of time just as it was about to come out anyways.
This judge on Insaner could be very impactful if they don't clear him properly. If they don't use any utility, he could just mow them down. See him waiting, spamming that crouch. They do jiggle peek him, gets
and
one.
he comes straight out.
Spike down B.
Does get good amount of damage.
Kaiba's gonna get a kill
the-
with that op there, putting it to use. Round 3.
Already that op from Kaiba paying off.
Yeah, out, but he is going to get
Last
picked
player
off pretty
standing.
quickly, and Poa
Spike
is
down
going to get
mid.
2 kills. 2 1-taps.
Very good shooting from Poba right here.
This leaves
All
Sabo
left
with a
onto
little bit of a
Sabo.
recon dart action here, but Cypher is going to be right in front of him, and he's going to get headshot right above the box.
Very good hold coming out from Team Tell Me Hates Me. Just really showcasing like their ability to just hold on to these spike sites. And just
And
being able to
again,
shut down any push.
Tell Me Hates Me showing their ability to keep cool even when they do fall into a disadvantageous situation. They're able to bring it back very easily through good team coordination and thoughtful use of utility here. Seeing Cripwalk and setting up on A a little bit with that camera coming out.
We do see a lot of
He's gonna spot some members
players.
here. Gonna land a tracker dart. Expects the jet on top of the wall. Takes a few pop shots. Is unable to get a kill.
Caught one.
Trapwire is gonna get a drone. In my opinion, a little bit of a waste of that tripwire, but that's okay. It is one utility piece for one utility piece, and looks like Oni-chan is going to be rotating off a little bit, trying to look for other places that they can push.
Does look like the Art's going to go for a little bit of this map control, leaving Killjoy in the middle with that spike, able to rotate to A or B, depending on what happens. Meanwhile, they're leaving two members here for a possible trade in the A main position, but Team Tell Me Hates Me mostly is leaving this A site up to the Cypher util, rotating that Cypher out to the A tree position, giving him more pressure on mid than on A. And he's just gonna do his corners by nothing, get immediately headshot.
He's gonna attempt for another tap, unfortunately not. While that was happening, Poa got a 2K, and Minyok was able to pull off another pick here. That only leaves 2 people on the side of Oni-chan versus 4.
It does look like Kaiba will be trying to get those guns away, make sure that Team Oni-chan cannot pick them up.
Here.
But time! They only have 12 seconds left. They were going to have to get off this
Oh,
wall
he's
site.
going to get picked off right outside of that market door. Parks is going to trade back the Insaner and is going to make it a 1v2.
I don't think he has time to plan. It's going to be really close.
Oh, he plants just after the end of the round. And with that,
So
THM is able to tie it up 4-4, making back their deficit from the balance phase. Not only that, they now have an economic advantage against Team Oni-chan after winning 4 rounds in a row. However, Oni-chan is still able to get their full buys out with 5 rifles, 5 heavy shields. But THM is able to pull off that op. I'm not sure if Oni-chan would have wanted an op anyways if they had the money for it, because they do. Because the op on attacker side, as we already know in Valorant, is not as strong as it is in CSGO due to its longer draw time and longer scoping time. Can't get those quick peeks.
It does look like the Oni-chan members just going to want to try to get a lot of pressure onto this B site. However, just leaving the Omen as a mid lurk. However, Team Tell Me Hates Me fast on these pushes out to mid, spotting out these Oni-chan players. Kaiba getting the pick onto Sapo. But immediately traded. What? Kaiba with that shot onto Zutri. Just insane reactions from this player. Now it's a 3v4 advantage coming out here for Team Tell Me Hates Me.
Kaiba looks like he's going to get another pick with that op. Oh, turns away at the last second.
Timing.
Parks is able to run away with his life here.
Let's see, it does look like Oni-chan is still going to want to aim to take this B position. No
Central
util available.
Start flushing people out of the site here. Storm Grenade is going to go into market, and it's going to be activated. A couple of silver darts are going to come out, and
Player standing. 30 seconds left.
Tomi Hates Me is able to live through that ult, but one of them is going to be detained in the form of Minyok, and he is going to get picked off very quickly.
It does look like Team Tell Me Hates Me is just going to try to push very
Poe and
quickly
Kaiba
onto
are
this
still
site.
very much alive, though, making it a 2v1 post-plant situation. And there's the kill. Neither of them die, and they're able to get that defuse off. With that, Tomi Hates Me now takes an advantage in this game, leading the series, or leading the game 5-4.
Very good retake coming out. Very good recovery from the fact that that Killjoy ultimate was used. Only losing 2 players.
That Killjoy ultimate was actually extremely good. The fact that they stayed inside, which was something that Onichan was not expecting, right? When most people are hit with a Killjoy all day, just start running. They start running for the hills because they don't want to get detained. If you get detained, it's a death sentence. But they stayed calm. They stayed inside of the ult, and they were able to get a couple of trades off with only one person being detained and getting that man advantage, leaving a 2v1 post-plant. A little bit of an op duel happening at mid, though. Kaiba wins that. AVP3 is going to be dead.
Does look like we will be having Zutri waiting to see if there's an aggressive push at mid. But Kaiba just holding this position very, albeit very aggressively. Now pushing up with his operator. Catches Zutri with his pants down.
Can he get a third? No, he's going to turn away. Take 2 and run away with his life here. Try to go for a little bit of a flank.
I like this maneuver
However,
from
he may
Kaiba.
get
This is the first
spotted
time we've
towards
seen
T
this.
spawn here as Onichan. Oh, Onichan is looking the opposite direction. They do walk away just a little bit too early. Timing, man.
His timing game is huge. But now, Team Tomy Hasemi can just focus all their players on A because they have no reason to think that Team Onichan would be able to get to B because Kaiba has this very powerful position for info in this attacker spawn. However, they will start to push up into the catwalk, not spotted by the rays of Insaner.
Although that little bit of noise they just made
30 seconds
is going
left.
to mean that Tomy Hates Me now knows, and Kaiba is going to be moving off of his hold with the op. The Astro Gravity Wall is going to go off and vulnerable and leave a couple of members of Onichan vulnerable, and that Astro Wall is going up.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds left.
Very little
Last
time
player
left.
standing.
Cripwalk is going to get 2
Spike
headshot
down
kills
A.
there. And that leaves just Senku, who's going to get picked up. So a flawless round for Tomy Hates Me, leading this half 6-4.
A very good attempt by Team Onichan, trying to go for one of those late executes, unfortunately not ending up in their favor because of the position held from that attack, from that defending side. However, we do see a kind of interesting force coming up here. 4 rifles still on the Team Onichan side. However, if they lose this round, they will not have a lot of money going into this last round of half to buy everything that they want to. There's a very risky buy coming out from the side. It does look like they will try to stack towards the A site using the Sofa Drone to take out the Cypher Wire. But now Cypher has all the intel that they're on A. Gets combo through the smoke.
Oh,
Now it
that
looks like they would've
tripwire,
started to
or
push
sorry,
up.
that cage. Gonna ping out AVP3, but he's going to dash.
Last player
I was
standing.
gonna shot through the smoke.
Spike
And it is now a
down A.
1v4 in the favor of Tomy Hates Me, with Zutri being the only one left. He's gonna get picked off very quickly by the 3 people that are on A.
The gamble from Team Onichan
Last
not
round
working
in
out
the
in their
half.
favor. And if you look at their money now, they
They're
have
only stuck with
very
2
little
rifles.
to
They
work
don't have
with.
enough for 2 rifles now. Unless one of them wants to go half armor.
We do see 2 Spectres and 2 rifles coming out.
Got the full armor coming out for AVP3. That means there's not going to be a rifle for him.
However, he does have the jet knives, which can be very impactful on their own with a sharpshooting player.
Absolutely. And
We
he's
will
going to
have
be
to see
taking
if
that
APP3.
sheriff. Or no. Was that a sheriff? I think that was a sheriff. No,
We do see Insaner with this Raze ultimate coming out.
Oh! Gets
Does
a little bit of damage
big
out.
damage onto Zutri.
Not the insane raise out that we were expecting. AVP3 is going to get a kill with his jet knives. Kaiba is going to get a pick off with the
Last player
op.
standing.
Insaner is going to get the last 2 kills to close out the round and close out the half. 8-4 for the side of Tomy Hates Me.
Switching sides.
Very commanding defense coming out for this side.
And with that, that ends the first half of the final match of the day. And we're going to move on into the 90-second break in between here so that we can give the teams a little bit of extra time to strategize. I think Onichan probably wants to think about their defense here and really consider what they might be up against.
Peace.
And we are back with the second half of the game here. we're going to be looking at an 8-4 start for the team Tomy Hates Me, and the 4 rounds that Oni-chan has were the 4 rounds that were given during the balance phase. They have not actually won a round during this game just yet, so it's looking like a little bit of a curb stomp for Tomy Hates Me.
We do see a very large B stack currently coming out in this period, given they have 20 seconds left to rotate 2 different positions. The only player not on this B stack is the Cypher, holding by that A lobby.
Right
However, he
there.
did leave his utility along that B link position. It looks like we have a sort of default setup with 2-1-2 coming out from Team Oni-chan, so we'll have to see how this pistol round unfolds. It looks like their Team Tomy Hates Me is going to go immediately for that mid pressure, will immediately shoot that silver dart and take out Zutri, taking some pause shots into that catwalk cubby to see if they can catch anyone off guard.
2 members of
They have-
Oni-chan now rotating down towards the side here. Not going to spot anything. That Astra Smoke's going to be in the way.
But look at this position from the Cypher. He now knows that A is clear. He's gotten so much info and so much space, immediately taken down by Sabo, though. Great shot from him, but it's already too late. There's 2 members of Oni-chan on site, not Oni-chan, of Tomy Hates Me on site, and 1 by that window tree position. Meanwhile, the Sova rotating from catwalk right now. 4v4,
Sova's gonna
post
get
plan.
pulled back by that raised nade. Not going to be able to push through that.
It
Sova
does
here
look
waiting
like-
patiently.
He's
He get taken out though. He's looking in the wrong direction.
1 enemy remaining.
And that's a 4v1 for Oni-chan. And that is the final kill. Oni-chan's going to take the first round with their defense and their first round win of this game in the pistol round of the second half. That's going to set them up really well for an eco in the second round and possibly a bonus for the third round.
Very good play coming out from the Oni-chan side, losing no players after that 1 loss of Zutri in that initial duel in this round. Very good shots from them.
Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm
It
grenade.
does look like we are going to see another strong B stack
Placing
from
swarm
Team Tomy Hates Me.
Don't
All 5
overthink.
players coming out. Meanwhile, the
my
same default setup we saw from Team Oni-chan. It does look like they are going to try to take some B presence as well as that mid presence. However, the mid presence will be shoot off by that Omen smoke. It looks like they just want to try to push out as fast as possible. However, blocked by that killjoy grenade. Now there should be a shooting guy for Parks, but as I say that, walking on that Cypher with the Sheriff gets 2 kills onto Zutri and the Reina of Parks. But as I said, Senku comes in with 3 kills, 1 getting killed by the killjoy turret. Not a very common way to die in this game.
I think Tomy Hates Me
does-
elected to skip over the turret in favor of actually killing people. But unfortunately, they were just peeked to the turret for way too long for that chip damage to
Last
do
player
those
standing.
things. And Sabo is going to get 2 kills here at mid, and they're going to, and whatchamacallit, Oni-chan is going to be taking 2 rounds in a row at the beginning of the second half. Definitely an outcome we were not expecting to see after how the first half went, but Oni-chan seems to be pulling it really together, and that 90-second timeout might have helped out a little bit with the strategizing and
Right here.
sort of a rethink of how they're going to play
Right
against
here.
this team.
But now, here comes the real test for Team Oni-chan. They have
Let us hunt.
5 Spectres, mostly just a bonus from that last round with a few extra purchases, but Team Tomy Hates Me, they have
Revealing
4
area.
rifles now. We know how good these players can aim with these guns, and we need to see if Team Oni-chan will be able to hold on to this. And Team Tomy Hates Me is loading onto
Ooh,
this site.
Sabo's going to get 1. Kaiba's going to trade back Sabo, and AVP3 is going to get insaner here. Kaiba's going to get 1, Poa's going to get 1, and now it is a
1 enemy
2v3.
remaining.
Minhyuk's going to get Senku, 1v3 now. And just
What is
Zutri
Zutri on
on
that
the side of Oni-chan here. Going to get
Now
obscured
we
by
will
Astra's smoke here. Going to have to make some noise. He's going to get shot from behind by Minhyuk.
Very good attempt by Team Oni-chan to hold on to this site, but Team Tomy Hates Me with these rifles is just so powerful and so scary to play against.
Absolutely. With that now, however, Oni-chan's economy is a little bit in the drain. only able to muster up 3 rifles and 2 people, not even with SMGs, stuck with pistols. One of them with a sheriff and the other with just a classic.
Placing
It's
swarm
not
grenade.
looking too good for Onichan this round.
As coming into the next round, they will not be able to full buy those players with rifles. So their buy
Interesting
next
little
round will be
gamble that
looking
they've
about
done here
like
with the
this.
Force. We'll see how well it turns out, though.
Poa getting spotted by that drone.
Kaiba's gonna get shot out by a turret. Takes a lot of damage to all of that killjoy utility. Down to 30 health already from no gunshots.
As we say that, Team Tomi Hasemi is getting a lot of kills on this B site. However, only Kaiba's on this B site now. Meanwhile, the rest of the Tomi Hasemi players are rotating onto A. They've been duped, but it doesn't even
Parks
matter.
is unable to hold off the onslaught of people that run in towards him. 10-6 for Team Tomi Hates Me.
It's a very clean push coming out, and that attempted fake. Had they not gotten the rest of those kills, that fake would have left all the Onichan players in a very poor position to retake, being very close to that B site and having no pressure towards A.
This is absolutely looking like Tomi Hates Me is going to be getting that 4-0 perfect record and going into the playoffs, the first seed, meaning they will probably be facing off against Mandatory Fun for the semifinals here. That should be a fairly easy game for them, as remember, the playoffs... Oh, we're seeing a silver ult here. Remember that during the playoffs, there will be no balance phase.
I mean, the Sova actually having the trigger discipline, but not get anything from it. However,
Senku's gonna get 2 kills
managing
out
to
here.
get 2 kills.
Left in a 3v3 here.
However, it seems that Team Tomi Hasemi is doing their best Team Elo Assassins cosplay, leaving the spike in spawn. I thought this
I think that was more of a default play, but the spike was a little bit too far back as for a default play there. Yoke, however, does have the spike and is moving towards. He gets a headshot.
enemy remaining.
Grip Walking's going to take out Senku, and it's just going to be Parks left on the Reyna to clutch out this round.
Looks like he will be snuck up on by Insaner. Is he going to go for the knife? Please go for the... Oh,
Too late.
I wanted to see the knife come out.
That would have been cool, but you know, this isn't CS:GO. You don't get $1,500 for knifing someone, so there really is no advantage to knifing someone rather than securing the kill.
Clout.
That's true, but would you? I mean,
That's the reason you knife people.
That's true.
I'm the knife demon. I go for as many knife kills
You're
as I
actually
can
more
get.
of a Zeus demon. I think you've gotten more Zeus kills than knife kills. I'm not gonna lie.
No, there's no Zeus in Valorant. I've gotten plenty of knife kills in Valorant.
Yeah, I'm talking. I think I've seen you get more Zeus kills in CS:GO though. I feel like the Zeus now is like part of your kit.
Not in Valorant, it's a knife though. But we will see an explosive take of this site. Meanwhile, Team Onichan opting to play an entirely retake setup here with no more players. They're just waiting, but Team Tomi Hasemi going hunting, managing to take out Senku. Thus, it's a very weird position to be in if you're Team Onichan. No way to get onto the site.
The wall's gonna go up, meaning no sound cues for Team Onichan. Tomi Hates Me just absolutely locking this round down.
And Insaner will hear these 2 players running from the B main position, so he will call this out to his team, which means they will be ready for them. Meanwhile, the door closed, so the other 2 players will
Sushu's gonna have to pop through the wall, and he's gonna get killed immediately as soon as he pops. And Kaiba's gonna get the double kill there off of that.
Last player standing. Flawless.
And Sabo
that-
and AVP3 are gonna get picked off by Insaner, making this
That
match
flicker
point
smoke.
for Team
Match
Tomi Hates
point.
Me.
Very good attempt, but we saw a very good take, explosive take from Team Tomi Hates Me. Does look like they are going to stack towards this A side again, probably going to try another explosive take, knowing that a lot of the killjoy util, well not a lot of, all of it is going to be on this B site, meaning it will be a lot easier to get onto this A site. But as I say that, Kaiba on that Reyna at mid will be
Parks
going for
is
some
gonna
mid
take him out by
pressure.
Crip Walking immediately as soon as the round opens, but Sabo's gonna trade him back, and Insaner's gonna get Sabo. I want to see Silva ult come out empty here. No damage dealt, no kills. Kaiba's pushing up mid here and gonna get a kill off on Senku.
It's a
That leaves
4v2
Zutri.
advantage.
Spike planted.
leave Zutri and AVP3. However, Kaiba with his back turn
Oh, that Reyna.
will get the kill onto Zutri before being
AVP3
taken out by
gonna pull out those jet
AVP3.
knives. The Razor's gonna
over.
miss. Fire way too high there. He's gonna be able to pick up the
One
Phantom to
enemy
get a
remaining.
kill off and make it a 1v1 against the Sova, but the Sova has the ability to play off site, and not only that, he's got the tracker dart onto AVP3.
Does not look like AVP3.
A couple of pings coming out for Team Tommy Hates Me.
This
Looks like he's just gonna stick this.
No,
We'll
he's
get
not.
the kill
He's
on
gonna get the
Dominique.
kill, and he has enough time to defuse that.
Clutch.
Was an amazing
what would you all
play
do?
coming out from AVP3, staying cool, knowing exactly what to do against that Sova post plant, coming out of the smoke and getting the kill with the Phantom rather than attempting to stick the defuse.
Good job keeping that ice in his veins. Not letting the
Absolutely.
pressure get to him. Knowing he is in a 1v4. This is very good play from him. Now we will see a B setup coming out from Team Tomoesme, and even though they lost that round, they still have a lot of money left in this round. They're able to full buy. While Team Oni-chan is pretty shattered in terms of their economy. Only 2 heavy shields, only one of them with a rifle with heavy
Get
shields.
revealed by that tracker dart, but no big deal. Container is going to take out Parks with a raise nade here, and Senku's going to get a kill. 2 nade kills in a row, actually. Container's going to get taken out by that Senku's Killjoy nade. Seeing a little bit of a push onto A here. Senku sitting in an unexpected spot, but going to get taken out by
One
Minyo. Ko is
enemy
going to get
remaining.
Zutri and Sabo. And that leaves just AVP3 again in a clutch situation.
Does look like he is going to slow push from this defender spawn position. However, that Silverjar will not spot him.
Going to
if he
delay
plays
his push,
cards
though,
right.
by a good amount of time.
Minyok watching this
Gonna get
will
one
get the
off.
kill onto Minyok.
Block
Now
inside.
Gonna see
against
another
2
one.
players.
Oh, and is gonna get caught out while reloading by
Attackers
Kirkwalken.
win.
And that will be the game.
Very good performance coming out from both teams. That clutch from AVP3 was very, very interesting to watch. And while it didn't have the most impact on the game, it definitely did have an impact on the team's morale.
Absolutely. I think that clutch was probably the play of the game, and I do want to consider AVP3 as now the MVP of that, just because of that play. That was a super impressive play that has only been matched by a couple of Mystics clutches that we saw yesterday against Team Tommy Hates Me as well. Tommy Hates Me just has such a good control over their team that they're able to, flush out and get all of the kills in a quick burst and not leave their enemies with even the opportunity to get a clutch if they wanted to. However, in the few times that we have seen the opportunity to clutch against Tommy Hates Me, a lot of our contenders have not disappointed, and we've seen some super great plays coming out of that.
And it just kind of shows like how a lot of these clutches coming out against Tommy Hates Me really just shows like how the caliber of these players on this team are, being that most of the rounds have to come up to clutches where just an insane showcase of skill from the other team because of how much control Tommy Hates Me is able to grab at the start of these games and these rounds.
Yep, and with that game, Tommy Hates Me does secure their perfect 4-0 record. That puts them in the first seed for the playoff stage that will start next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, both days. The stream will start at 2 p.m. We'll be seeing you guys there. AWSW is the team that will be unfortunately eliminated in the group stage, as they not only were unable to compete today, but yesterday ended up going 0-2 as well, leaving them at the bottom of the leaderboard. Team Mandatory Fun, however, does make it in, unfortunately still at an 0-4 record, but just barely edging out AWSW even in yesterday's standings, where they ended up with 12 ranking points rather than AWSW's 11. With that though, next week, Saturday is going to be the semifinals. We'll be seeing Team Tommy Hates Me playing against Mandatory Fun in semifinal 1, and semifinal 2 will be a surely eventful matchup between Elo Assassins and Oni-chan again. We saw their game today. Super interesting stuff, and we hope to maybe get another replica of that match later on. On Sunday, the winners of the semifinals matches will be playing in a best-of-5 championship to determine the winner of the very first Hello World Valorant Open. And then after that, if teams are willing to, and if we have a little bit of extra time, we may do a best-of-3 or best-of-5 third place bracket between the two losers of the semifinals, just for fun, because it is possible that the final could end in a 3-0 victory for one of the teams, and that would leave us with only 3 games a day. We want to give you guys a little bit more content than that. So with that, we can kind of recap on the games today. Super eventful day. I think we had a lot more coordinated team play, especially a big improvement from Mandatory Fun here. I saw them really getting things together and getting those kills. We saw a lot more round wins coming out from them against like super good teams as well, higher ranked teams. Thoughts?
I think that this definitely just kind of shows like the adaptability of this team, because let's not forget that they're one of our pug teams. Did not come in as a 5 stack. They came in as 5 different people who were just thrown onto a team, and they managed to put some pretty good workout for having no sort of chemistry or like playtime together before this tournament.
Absolutely, and we did see them adapting really well. They have a very wide skill margin on their team, right? They've got players in plat, and they also have players that are in bronze, and that's okay. And what we really saw was them adapting to that, right? We had, the higher ranked players taking a lot of those more difficult duels, but those lower ranked players were still able to get around to unexpected positions and get kills off, where an aim duel is not the main concern, whereas positioning was instead their main concern, and they were able to really effectively get that positioning out and take some round wins there. With that, we can recap over a couple of the games here. We started the day off with Onichan versus Elo Assassins, and that match will be mirrored in a best-of-3 next Saturday in semifinal 2. Thoughts on that game? I think I think there were some pretty cool plays coming out from Onichan against the higher ranked team there.
They seem like a pretty good underdog. While not necessarily being able to take all of the maps off of these high-ranking teams, they can certainly make some of them competitive.
Absolutely.
With some of the players on their team. And we did see that 1v4 from AVP3 coming up, which all 4 of those players are very good players. He managed to just win against them, which is very impressive.
And I think AVP
for his team.
Yeah, and I think AVP3 has demonstrated that he is a player to be reckoned with, even with those higher ranked teams. You got to watch out for him, because if you leave him alone with his jet knives and with his Vandal or Phantom, he can absolutely take a round from your hands, even in a 4v1 situation.
This is very true. And all the other players on his team also having some of their moments. We did see some good team play and good utility usage coming out from all the players, which is another hallmark of these 5-stack teams, is that they already know how to play with each other, so they can already use that pre-existing chemistry and more just work on their individual level instead of having to focus on a team level.
Absolutely, and we saw that a lot yesterday as well with Outward Throne's Killjoy. I want to come back to that. Unfortunately, Outward Throne is out today. Onichan did have a sub for him. Hopefully he will be back for the semifinals and the finals if Onichan does make it. But Outward Throne's Killjoy yesterday was a super good demonstration of a lower ranked player still being able to be just as valuable as those higher ranked players with better aim by just using utility effectively, catching people off guard, and being able to help his higher ranked players perform even better.
Is very true. It's very nice to see from all of these players, and I'm excited for these semifinal matches.
Absolutely. And with the second match of the day, we had our show match. Obviously, THM and MNF both. This does not affect their records because both of them got a free win against AWSW. But THM did come out on top against MNF. But like I was talking about earlier, MNF pulled out some quite interesting round wins that we were not expecting to see.
I really think that this kind of shows, like, again, their adaptability and how they've been able to, like, pick up some of these rounds that we didn't think they would have, but just the players on their team being able to just come into the situation and put together a team was very very skillful and impactful of them.
Yeah, super impressive how they were able to pull that off. Super excited to see them play in those semifinals against Tomy Hates Me. Unfortunately, without the help of the balance phase, I'm gonna be honest, I don't expect them to win. But I do hope that they pull off some very impressive rounds. And at the end of the day, this tournament is for fun, and it looks like the teams are all having fun, and that's really the main priority of this. And so we hope to see some very interesting rounds come out from Mandatory Fun. After that, Mandatory Fun played another match, their doubleheader, against the second highest ranked team. Super tough day for them today, but they were playing against a match against the other top ranked team in the form of Elo Assassins. Here, we actually saw more of a highlight on Elo Assassin's ability to actually perform better as a cohesive team, right? We saw THM give up more round wins to Mandatory Fun than Elo Assassins did, even though Elo Assassins is a lower ranked team. But they were able to, what seems like pull together more rounds and be cohesive as a team, seemed to be better than what THM was doing against Mandatory Fun.
That could make for some very interesting games coming to the playoffs. If we do see a THM versus Elo Assassins final, that could be a very close and interesting series to watch.
Absolutely, and with the best of 5, we'll be able to see at least 3 of those super eventful games. Closing out the day, we just watched Tomy Hates Me play against Oni-chan. The underdogs obviously still suffering a loss, but pulling off 3 quite impressive round wins, including AVP3's clutch here. And as we see, AVP3, Senku, and Sabo have invaded the scoreboards of THM. Obviously, THM hold the top 3 slots with Kaiba, Insaner, and Cripwalking solidly at the top there with a combat score of almost 200 and over 200. But AVP3 was able to pull off a combat score of 186 and outrank both Poa and Minyok in this game. Senku and Sabo also outranked Minyok with combat scores of 136 and 128 respectively, and Parks and Zutri rounded out the scoreboard with combat scores near the bottom. But I think this definitely highlights Oni-chan is capable of competing against these higher teams. Of course, it still ended up losing due to that sort of rank difference, but AVP3 is a force to be reckoned with, and I think with a little bit more practice and a little bit more refinement, they can definitely get a few more round wins out of these games.
Is very true. I think this will just kind of build a story for them to see, like, will they be able to take out these higher ranked teams coming into these playoff matches? I think it'll be very interesting to see their attempt and see, will they be able to get some practice in throughout the week, get a bigger strat book, and just try to take out these high ranked teams.
We're looking at chat over here. A couple of people asking some questions. What matters most is round wins, right? That is incorrect. Game wins, match wins are actually what matters the most. If you know, 2 teams are, say, 2-1, and then another team is 1-2. Even if the team that's 1-2 has more round wins, they will be lower on the rankings than the other team. The round wins only matter when it comes down to 2 teams that are tied when it comes to game wins. So, as we saw yesterday, there were 2 teams that were 2-0, but because the team Tomy Hates Me was able to pull off those 2 extra round wins because of overtime, they had 52 ranking points rather than 50. So, that is incorrect. Game wins are what matters the most. Otherwise, though, chat, there's only a few of you left here. I know most people left when the analyst desk starts, and that's what happens when most esports tournaments run an analyst desk. But thoughts on today? Anybody have anything to say? The stream obviously went a little bit earlier than, or ended a little bit earlier than yesterday. So if anybody has anything to say, we can hang out with chat for a little bit. There's still 14 of you around here. And yeah, we saw a couple of cheeky things happen. Obviously, a little bit of BM, but that's okay. So MNF versus THM next week. That is correct. Yes. Mandatory Fun will be playing against Tomy Hates Me in semifinal number 1. And then semifinal number 2 will be Elo Assassins versus Oni-chan. Poggers. True. Very poggers. This tournament, honestly, super happy with how it's turned out so far. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised with the turnout. Most of my streams before have averaged, 5 viewers, and we're already 14 right now. So we're super happy about the way this turns out. Today's stream ended up with a few more follows. Thank you to Jake Harper, Yugme, Hello World 10234351. Okay, dude, you stole my name. Poop Butt, thanks for the follow. JJEXE, etc., etc. There's a few more from yesterday that I forgot to read. Sorry, guys. And yeah. Anything else to add, Zach? With that, we could probably find someone to raid.
I don't have anything else to add.
That's what I thought. It's kind of end of the day, running out of things to talk about. Yeah, so with that, we're probably going to end off the stream today. Super special thank you to everyone who came and watched. Our socials are over here on... Oh, that's the wrong side. Our socials are over here on the right, at The Real Hello World on Instagram and at Team HWYT on Twitter. You can also see myself and Zach's personal handles down below us on our camera feeds. Go ahead and give Zach a follow. He's been super great. Casting with me the entire time, and he's put aside a lot of extra time to be able to, do this kind of stuff all day. Once again, the tournament is still technically happening, so you can still use those hashtags during the week, and we'll gather up a bunch of posts and we'll talk about them during the analyst desk next Saturday and Sunday. Subscribe to our YouTube down below on the Twitch About Us panels. You'll be able to find Discord if you want to compete next time, or if you want to come in and look at the standings and stuff. All of that is available to you. You just scroll down on our Twitch About Us bio. You'll be able to find our Discord and YouTube there, along with our Instagram, I believe. Yeah, with that, let's find someone to raid.